Thank you very much for watching, because I think we're done. We got them all, right?
Oh no, they don't just have Oreo flavored Cokes, they have Coke flavored Oreos.
What? You joking?
No.
Well, fuck. We should have figured that out before we filmed all this. Coke flavored. Okay, so according to the internet, it's already gone off sale here. You can't find them anymore. And they're only available now for a limited time in America. The whole thing is about Oreo and Coke. I can't finish and they're going on sale like now. Fuck, come with me, fuck.
If you wish to dispose of any waste, please contact a member.
It's good to be here in the United States. Probably won't. Well, that's gone. I haven't even taken the tag off this and it's already falling apart. Thank you so much, Stars and Stripes cowboy hat. I bought it at Walgreens. So here we are in America on the American version of the set. We brought wallpaper with us to make this version of the set. I could have set the camera up to be a more flattering angle, but then you couldn't see my beautiful display that I have here, because of course we have to try the exclusive Oreo product that wasn't available in the UK. Maybe it's because we left it too late to find any. Maybe they didn't make it in the UK. I don't actually know, I didn't check. But like a magician, we can finally reveal what this is all about. Let me just put on my magician's hat here. I got this on eBay. I think this is something they made for employees of a store when they did an Oreo tie-in or something. I'm not actually sure, but it's mine now. Here we go. Let's reveal what this is all about, baby. A white sheet underneath the black sheet. It's like an Oreo thing. Coke flavored Oreos. We have come full circle. I know that the premise of the video was reviewing Oreo products that are not Oreos, and this defeats the purpose, but it's too funny not to do. But we don't want to give you that. To quote Chris Tarrant and maybe Regis Philbin, the American version. I don't know. Is it Regis Philbin?
It's Regis Philbin.
Okay, so he hosted Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yes.
Does he say, but we don't want to give you that, and then like throw the check away?
I don't know. He's dead.
Why would that affect anything? Well, we'll get to this, but first, we have discovered there were some holes in our non-Oreo Oreo product detection system that need to be corrected before we finally come full circle and can finish what we started. So with that in mind, I'd like to begin, as we began last time, with an Oreo drink. The Oreo International Delight Iced Coffee. I can't put my hand behind it.
It refuses to focus on it.
It's too powerful. It's just too blue. I love the Oreo branding, like the specific blue and like the actual like just stark black and white color. Like I'm actually really into Oreos now, like from a design perspective. It's an iced coffee. It appears to not be made in, maybe International Delight is the company it's made in collaboration with. I don't know if Oreo do collabs or if sometimes they just make their own stuff. We don't have a fancy delidding can opener this time. I'm sorry, Technology Connections. I failed to preach hard enough to my producer. Serving size 1 can, it's 220 calories. iced coffee. But it's not that iced, it's just been in the fridge, so... Actually, it's not even been in the fridge.
Wait.
It's not been in the fridge, even.
I'm sorry.
It's just been in a big pile of Oreo products.
Well, I took the cheesecake out this time.
That's true, yeah, the cheesecake is thawing as we speak.
That sounded good.
That's a good sound. Ah. Made with real milk and cream. So I could dunk Oreos in this. Oh my god, that smells like, you know, when you have like a chocolatey cereal and you put milk in it. Like, it actually smells really, really nice.
It's the normal way people eat cereal.
when freaks put milk from a cow in their cereal, this is how it smells.
What, are you saying like human milk is better?
Well, at least it's made by people.
Okay. Is this a new iteration of the raw milk movement?
The human milk movement? The Hugh Cow movement? Oh, God. I'm not going to even... I'm cutting all of this out.
Oh, you're getting better.
Oh, man. I feel like 220 calories is probably understating it.
Is it rich?
That tastes really good. I'm just endorsing Oreo products at this point. This doesn't... This... Remember when my stuff was like leftist? And now I'm like, oh, I love Oreo. Nah. It's grown... It's the opposite of grown on me. It's grown off me. Like, it's like... The idea of drinking this much of it... The last one of these, I talked about how New Coke sucked because it tasted better if you taste tested it, but if you were drinking it, you would get sick of it. I'm sick of it, and there's this much left to go. I will keep drinking it because I have a pathological need to finish things that I drink, not out of any desire to continue drinking it. Do you want to try it?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a real brand. I think these are all brand deals. No, Oreo makes nothing of its own except Oreos. It
was really hard to hand that to her because there's this camera in the way, and as well as this one, it's just a... And there's the mic stand here. It's a nightmare. How is it?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, right. It's good. It was great on the first taste, and then it slowly went, oh god, it's just this for like a liter.
I mean, I also like the Oreo Coke. Yeah, no, this tastes like Cocoa Puffs and coffee. Honestly, I love it. I wouldn't know it was Oreo.
I would love it. This is so picky of me. This is so pretentious. I would love it in a smaller can. I would love it if I knew there was only this much and then it was fine, you know? That's so much that I'm like, I'm gonna be wasting half of that can. I'm gonna regret it.
Well, you can have it back.
Oh yeah, you have to hold the camera. I've kept this lab coat very tight on my fat little body. Don't laugh. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh when I'm fat shaming myself. I'm very vulnerable.
I didn't say anything.
You laughed. That's saying something. I found online some kind of promotional Oreo shirt. The double stuff Oreo branded shirt. I guess when someone was selling double stuff Oreos, they were like, we gotta put it, here's the shirt to wear when you're handing them out in the street, promoting them or whatever. And I'm wearing it today because I am also double stuffed right now. But the reason I got it, what was on the back, was just so...
Ready, set, lick.
That is the greatest slogan that has ever been written.
No, it has periods on it, so it's ready,
set,
lick.
Do that again. Say lick and sing time with me. Lick. Lick. So, you know, I had to wear it for this. Well, I didn't have to. In fact, let me show you what Kat's wearing. Give us a twirl. Yeah, the back is the white part of the Oreo.
It was a couple's costume, but I think it's workplace harassment to make Harry wear it.
Yeah, like the other one has just Oreo on one side and no thing on the reverse so that you can like hug and it forms an Oreo. Speaking of great Oreo ideas, this was Kat's design. She like put the white this is just curtains that we got at Dee Dee's Discounts. There's a black curtain and then she just put a white one there and it's like an Oreo. It's so clever.
Come on, little guy.
Kat really didn't like the little extra thing on top of the...
The extra inch and a half made it so I could not stand in front of the other camera.
Without it like popping
Without
into
crawling
frame.
on the ground, like gorilla style.
On the last video, we encountered an Oreos tie-in with Lunchables, where there's a little tiny Oreo replacing the ham, so it was just horrible. And when I was here, in a store, I saw what looked like a Lunchables Oreos tie-in that actually had all the components in it at once, and it was like Transformers 1 sponsored, and it looked like Optimus Prime was holding the Oreo, and I was like, wow, and I bought it, and I opened it, and it's not an Oreo. It's just like an off-brand, not quite Oreo thing. I was so disappointed, and it tasted terrible. I'm going to cut to the archive footage I took of that because I couldn't be bothered to buy another one for this.
You know, you talked about not being a shill for Oreo, but you're doing a great job.
The knockoff Oreos are worse than normal Oreos. It's just true. I can't lie. Just because I hate being a shill. I hate what I've become, but I'm not a liar. Remember Oreo Milka? Well, here's some we missed. It's brownie flavored Oreo Milka. There's so many layers to that, where there's Oreo Milka, and now there's flavors of it. Like, there were different sizes, but now there's different flavors.
Is this the super melted one?
Yes. We ordered these from Germany because that's where we found them when we were looking for them. And you can feel that it's super melted. So if you'll recall, the Oreo Milka was like a nice uniform bar of little individual pieces. This Oreo brownie is, well, it's not that. It is no longer anything other than a solid chunk of...
Maybe hold on, you focus on it.
It is now nothing other than a solid chunk of absolutely destroyed chocolate. You can kind of see where the segments used to be. This is... We know how Rome used to look from looking at the ancient city layouts built into the city streets to this very day. It's melting in my hands already. Like, chocolate in Europe melts so much easier than chocolate in America and other places. I was in South Africa as a kid, and the chocolate there all tastes terrible. It's probably why white South Africans are mental. And it's... but it just... because it has to be a different formula so it doesn't melt. And the chocolate is different in America too. You probably can't see it, but I can feel just a patina of grease on all my fingers from holding this. Maybe it melts faster after it's melted once, like tempered steel, like it loses its stuff once it's melted. Like steel beams, how they lose half of their strength once they're partially heated.
It's just like steel.
That's the only comparison that came to mind, I'm sorry. Would I spend my loose change on one of these chocolates? Let's find out. That is actually just the Oreo Milka, but the brownie adds a little bit more to it. But it's not. It doesn't taste at all like an Oreo. That's actually a good point. This no longer tastes like an Oreo. This tastes like a brownie in chocolate, right?
Oh, it's melting so much.
Yeah, right? It's completely lost its consistency.
I'm a fan.
It's incredible, yeah. And that is exactly why a building's foundations can appear to turn to dust instantly. I might have to wash my hands. I'm not going to, though. The Milka with Oreo tasted like Milka and Oreo. This tastes like brownie and Milka. There's no Oreo flavor to it.
I disagree. I think you are not very Oreo sensitive.
Yeah. Mm-mm. I have low Oreo detection skills.
Yeah.
I'd be useless at, an airport. One of those dogs. That dog can't smell Oreos at all. They let us sneak all those Oreos through customs, so their dogs aren't very good either. Speaking of which, just so you all know, that sketch of me shoving the thing and taking it across, to America, that didn't happen. What actually happened was I gave all the Oreos that we didn't eat to my mum to give to other people, and she said, "Oh, actually, Harry, a friend of mine grew up on a US military base and he loves Oreos because they remind him of his childhood. So I've given them to him. And he says that any he doesn't eat, he's going to give to a food bank. So not only is it out of my hands, I'm a good person."
That's exactly how she sounds.
She's better, she knows. But speaking of Milka, we'd found so many kinds of Oreo chocolate bar already for the last video. I was sure that after the brownie one, we were done. I was like, okay, we missed the brownie one, whatever. It probably won't even taste like Oreo. And I was right, or wrong, if you believe Kat. But it was fine. We were mostly done. And then people were like, no, there's a fucking another one. There's another one where there's an actual entire fucking Oreo built into the chocolate. It's absurd that they would do this. Why would anyone think? So, obviously we had to buy it. We bought it from the same German place that we got this. So it's not looking up. I don't know. With this, it's like, okay, the consistency's gone, but it's still chocolate. This is like, it has to be, like, these are like rigidly segmented with bits of Oreo in them, so the melting process can't have been, I mean, yeah, it's...
Wow.
Oh man. That's turned into twin towers of Oreo. Just... it's fallen apart instantly. Even if you put rebar in there, it's not gonna keep it up. Like once it's sustained this amount of damage, you just can't, the building can never be consistent. Popular Mechanics has written in many articles about this, trying to debunk the conspiracies. I love the spray pattern from like when it melted and just bits of the circles, like it just melted around them and just stuck to the wrapper. I can't believe they came up with another way of putting Oreos in Milka, but they managed it. So when these arrived, obviously melted, we could feel it from the packaging. We were like, well, how are we gonna get more of these for this video? And it turns out the answer is, you can just buy 5 of them in bulk.
No, it was 10 of them.
10 of them? Okay, so we've already eaten 5 of them. Spoilers, but these ones are pretty good.
They are very good.
They're really good. I'm gonna eat the melted ones later when Cass not looking.
Oh, you're such a shill.
What do I become? I was pretty mean to Oreo last time I tried. This time, you know, I'm just becoming a little baby, but like, that is beautiful, look at that. What? Like, it's incredible, like little bits, like entire little mini Oreo cookies in the Milka. Look at it.
There we go.
Look at it, look at them.
Oh yeah.
They're beautiful. I think this is the most interesting chocolate ever made. I'm so into it. And I just love the design. I love the evolution of the Oreo-ness of the chocolate into this final form. Just put a fucking Oreo in the chocolate bar. It's so funny. This is my favorite thing ever. And it tastes good as well, which I'm gonna prove to you now by eating it.
Yum, 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 yum.
It's great. I'm one of those weirdos who's like, he likes very specific, tiny aspects of a food. For this, once you eat the chocolate off of it, it becomes a full-on mini Oreo, just with a layer of Milka in it. And that, separately, is delicious. I can't believe how much I like this.
God. I'm disgusted.
Yeah. Well,
You know, our patrons, when they brought that one up, they were like, it's disgusting. So...
all of my opinions are wrong. All of them.
why don't we assume that if you love it, it's a terrible Oreo product?
I'm the almond white of Oreos, where you have to assume the opposite of everything I say to develop an opinion. Because Oreo, nuff said. Sunny, snowing, morning, evening. When's the best time to drink a deliciously creamy Oreo-flavored iced coffee? Whenever you want it. Made with real milk and cream. Well, I would hope so. So having collected and eaten about 9 different variations of just the Milka tie-in with Oreo, surely we're done. Fuck you, there's more. You only had to buy these in packs of 3, but there are white Oreo Milkas.
I feel like it was unnecessarily comprehensive.
Do you think we could have bought just one of these with the company business account?
I tried.
You know, people say, oh, you know, Britain, the knife crime's terrible, unlike in America where they just shoot you. But the knife crime in America is also bad. But the knives are fucking cool. So, like, when you get stabbed in Britain, it's boring. The knife is boring. It's some guy's kitchen knife. When you get stabbed here, it's with a fucking CSGO karambit. Like, it's crazy. If someone stabs you to death in America, their knife has an epic skin. And frankly, I feel like that's what the founding fathers died for, because they did die. We killed them. We won. You know, we let America go. They didn't win the war for independence. We burned down the fucking White House. Okay. Anyway, so this is the white Oreo milk. What I've noticed about this so far is the white. Maybe it's the tape or something. Has it like exposed it? But like, okay, no, I'm right. The whiteness of the Oreo, zoom in real far, it's yellow. Like, it's not even white, like normal white chocolate. It's kind of yellow looking. I'm curious if that's just this hideous box art. I'm curious if it's just the wrapping, or if something is very strange deeds are afoot in white Oreo Milka worlds.
You know, it's possible that Americans are obsessed with image, you know, and maybe the highest quality white chocolate is kind of yellow.
Yeah. Like, you know, like you put on, that's why some people put on, you know, crazy amounts of bronzer to try and look, you know, more celebrity or something.
I was gonna bring up, like, you know, how they inject pink color into meat. I'm just trying not to objectify humans.
Oh. Well, you know, we're just trying to objectify animals.
Well, meat.
You're not an animal, you're meat. Well, it doesn't look as yellowed. It just looks like white chocolate. But you know what? I don't know. Let's give it a try. Okay, so white chocolate is a contentious topic because sometimes it's made with actual chocolate, but most of the time it's not. It's like an artificial flavor that's like chocolate, but a little bit different. I don't know what white chocolate tastes like. Like, what is white chocolate conceptually? Like, you know what it is.
Is it chocolate without cocoa powder?
Something like that, right? But then what else is in it? Isn't the cocoa powder what makes it chocolate? Like, without the cocoa, what is it?
I don't know.
The lack of cocoa powder, or whatever makes this a white version of that chocolate, adds a uniqueness to the taste that makes it more interesting than the basic. So, in terms of tier list so far, this tastes like really interesting, maybe because it's partially melted, maybe that's part of the process, maybe we've invented a better chocolate here. This tastes actually good. This tastes like the kind of boring chocolate we had, but slightly more interesting because they've had to like invent around some component they can't use because to make it white or whatever. And these are just, you know, the best chocolate ever invented.
Wait, okay, so for the record, which ones are they?
Brownie, white, this one. They're all better than the original. The original is here and terrible. No, and then it goes, okay, so it goes original, white, brownie, and then these. But with the Oreo Milka Max going probably here, I would say. Speaking of which, we got one, it's here. Harry, why did you buy so much Oreo stuff, including stuff you've already eaten for this? Surely this is just some kind of embezzlement scheme to get money out of your company in the form of chocolate you can eat. Maybe, but more importantly, this has a new recipe. Like, not new and improved, just new. So it's like a lateral move in terms of recipe, like...
You think the improved is implied?
It could be new and worse, you know, alternative recipe, because we ran out of stuff. That's how Fanta was invented, right? You know? Was it? Yeah, Kat pointed out to me, because we just look at this for fun in our off time, that there's a little star there. There's an asterisk in the new Oreo recipe. So what is it clarifying there? Is it clarifying, like, is it actually new? Is the clarification, oh, we lied, it's actually the same recipe. We just wanted it to seem new. New Oreo recipe, more cocoa in the cookie compared to the previous recipe. So there's slightly more cocoa in. I take it that's the spare cocoa they had left over from making the white ones. Let's try this because I really liked it. That's the main reason why I'm trying it. But also, why there's a subtle difference between the English and American new recipe.
Do you think you would remember?
I have a photographic memory of chocolate. The asterisk reminded me of one of my favorite things ever, which was in the UK, for a while there were only like 12 Taco Bells. Me and some friends, we joked, we should do a thing where we drive to every Taco Bell in the UK and eat something from the menu in each of them, and we can make a little game of it and film it or something. This was like 15 years ago at this point we had this idea. TacoBellUK.co.uk had like a nutritional information button. You clicked on it and it would take you to a page that was under construction. Like we don't know what nutrients are in this yet, hold on. But the US site had a big thing that was like, big advertisement was like, made with real beef. And there was a little asterisk. And if you like moused over it, it said, lawsuit dropped, get the facts. And you click it, it takes you to a thing about how like, no, the beef is real, technically. Or something like that. It was one of my favorite things we ever saw.
And to this day...
To this day, yeah.
You eat Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell. Whenever I'm in America, yeah, I just go for it. I haven't even had it in the UK. They have it in the UK like everywhere now.
Okay, you gotta do the hand thing. Oh god, hold on. It refuses to focus on it. Oh yeah.
Oh, we should just get a camera with more manual focus.
Yeah.
You'd probably be better at it than the robot in that camera. The little man in that camera is terrible. Richard. Oh man, it tastes about the same. The chocolate tastes like American chocolate instead of English chocolate. Like there is a difference in that taste to me. You know, the different melting points or whatever.
Wait, I'm gonna try all of them. Okay. Oh, this is so melted. Oh no, it's just the cream.
Yeah, it's melty because it's cream.
I think I like this one less.
Than the original British one. Although
Wait,
that
what
could
if they're the same?
That could be because it is more melted, because when we were trying it in Britain, we were in my extremely cold set. You know, you really bit into it and it melted in your mouth, whereas here it's partially melted on our table, so you don't get that experience. Maybe that's why. And ultimately, this review has turned out to be mostly about the inattainable subjectivity of human experience. Like every single one of these, my review has been, it depends.
Okay, to give you an opportunity to seem like less of a shill,
Yeah.
what would be a better bar of chocolate than these?
Any Milka without Oreos in it. At the end of the day, I'm not going to buy this. I'm going to buy a bar of chocolate. None of this is what you would want if you were buying a bar of chocolate. It's a curious... She dropped some chocolate and is bending down to pick it up. It's really funny.
Oh my god.
I could have talked to this camera and not pointed that out and cut out her section with it going by, but I left it in. In terms of objective taste, some of them are okay, but none of these deserve to survive. These are the Tigons, the Ligers of chocolate. Like, they're an evolutionary dead end.
It feels like a very like surrealist Oreo experience where I'm now questioning the boundaries of what makes Oreo, because now I'm like trying to remember what the essence of like what is a core Oreo taste, and I've forgotten.
Yeah, because we've tried so many tie-in products, I've now forgotten what Oreo tastes like. Now Oreo is Milka to me. Now Oreo is this iced coffee drink. I don't remember what Oreos even taste like anymore. We're gonna have to eat a bunch of Oreos before we try anything else. But surely, after 2 full sessions across 2 different countries, ordering from internationally, like Europe, surely we have done every Milka tie-in with Oreo. Fuck you. They made fucking cookies. This doesn't look like there's nothing Oreo themed about this. There's this, except for the fact that the inside of the cookie is white, and you're like, okay, that's kind of Oreo, I guess. So this had better taste a lot like Oreo, or it's like this is Milka just made a cookie and wrote Oreo on it for fun. Branding used to be about something. You know, you put Oreo on something and it would taste like a bloody Oreo.
You know, on a technical level, I feel like if you were to describe if you were to ask the average person to describe or define an Oreo, it would be cookie, like chocolate-ish cookie on top and bottom, and cream in the center.
Yeah, Oreos are already cookies. Hold on a second. They're already biscuits and cookies, whatever you call them in this country. Like, okay, actually, this actually does raise a really interesting question. People in the comments were... What?
Just people in the comments.
People in the comments were mad that I would interchange between biscuit and cookie. I would say whichever I felt like saying at the time without any interest in developing any kind of proper nomenclature. At the very least, this product serves the valuable purpose of making it clear that Oreos are biscuits and these are cookies, and there's a difference. I couldn't have told you the difference if you asked me to define it previously, but with the introduction of this, I can say this is what a cookie looks like. And I'm thankful for that alone. I don't even care how terrible it tastes.
By the way, what would you call the white stuff?
I mean, goo? The cookie goo?
It's cream!
Cream! The cream, right.
People
it's cream.
made fun of you so much in the comments for calling it goo.
I love goo. This had better taste like Milka or Oreos, or I'm just gonna be, this is just a cookie. Oh my goodness. It's like fine, but then you get a taste of the cream or goo, and there's some like little chocolate chips on top. This tastes nothing like Oreo. It tastes nothing like Milka. Maybe the little chips are Milka, but you can't really taste it because they're so tiny. So all that's left is just a very milquetoast cookie with a lot of pretentiousness going on. Like, oh, there's a little strip of white. Ooh, we put a little bit of cream-like substance in there, but you can't taste it. It tastes of nothing.
You're such an Oreo skeptic, and not in the sense of like promoting Oreo, but you'd never think things taste like Oreo.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree. I know that
Taste it.
I know that you're gonna be wrong. I know.
Taste it. Taste it and weep.
Oh god. I'm like excited about the fact that it's crunchy.
The crunchiness does add something to it.
Not good. Okay.
What do you think?
It's as though somebody crushed up a bunch of like the Oreo biscuit cookie, and then reconstituted it into a other cookie.
It doesn't taste at all like an Oreo biscuit to me.
It's so crumbly.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm willing to admit it.
Yeah?
I think I'm wrong.
Yeah?
It does not taste like an Oreo.
No. I will accept that the cream does taste like the kind of cream we've been tasting in the Oreo Milka. Like the cream in the middle of this stuff. But that's not an Oreo flavor. That's the weird white goo that the Milka people have been making. So in the end, like, this is now literally like, this is the ship of Theseus, right? The Milka Oreo tie-in experiment, much like the American experiment, has ended in a strange creature that is no longer what it set out to be. Like, they've gone from a fucking biscuit to, okay, let's make chocolate that's flavored like that, to let's try experiment with the flavor to make it actually taste of something, to let's just put some of the biscuit in it, to let's put an entire Oreo in it, to let's just make a cookie. Like, it's like from both ends of the Oreo spectrum. It's like like horseshoe theory is real. There's nothing Oreo about it. It's just that they've invented a new biscuit out like from first principles using the materials available to them. It's absurd. It tastes okay, but I don't know who to. It's not, you know, what's the name of the Oreo company?
Nabisco.
Nabisco had no influence on this, unless Nabisco also owns Milka. I don't actually know.
You know what? Never mind. I feel like corporate takeovers.
Mondelez International apparently
Oh
made
yeah,
this.
Mondelez International is like the other, like, is big chocolate.
So is Mondelez Nabisco, or is it a different company?
I don't know actually.
Mondelez Polska. So this is like a Polish. These were made in Poland. It's got soy lecithin as an emulsifier. Ooh. Yeah. So you know.
Wait, why is that significant?
It's soy. You know.
Oh, that's like you.
Yes, the soy they put in Brain Force. To be fair, it's just called Milka Cookie Oreo Cream. So presumably, this is a cookie Milka make, and they've added the Oreo cream for a limited time or something. It's like, you know, the little white layer. But that little white layer was tiny and basically added nothing. And that white layer was the Milka kind of cream. It wasn't Oreo-ish. So it's nothing. There's nothing Oreo about it.
No, I'm coming back around. I feel like I'm much more Oreo sensitive than you.
So you taste of Oreo?
I wish I had a vocabulary for this.
The essence of Oreo, the ghost of Oreo, as you would say.
Yeah. There's almost a dustiness. No, that sounds awful.
Normally, when people are reviewing a product and they say it tastes like dust, that wouldn't be part of a rebuttal to someone saying it tastes bad. Like, no, you're wrong. There's a dustiness to it.
No. My position is always, how Oreo is it?
It's only like a thing that's also Oreo flavored but is not Oreo. And that's an important distinction to me. You know, not much daylight between them. But alas, are we actually out of Oreo Milka things? Are we free? Is it finally over? I think so. I'm probably gonna eat most of these when we're not filming. Except for the cookies. You can have those since you love them so much.
No!
The first sip after you take a break is always good. It's just having to drink the rest of it that's the problem. So surely now, 2 trips, 2 companies, ordering from Poland, international travel, all these things. I've already made the joke that there's another one. Surely now, after having eaten gallons of chocolate, fuck no. There's a fucking egg! Some Oreo Milka snowballs! And I think this is the one that we ordered from Germany because I can see it's molten already. There's melted bits on the inside of the thing. Will my Milka torment ever end? Well, at least it's Christmas themed, you know? So, oh, it's even got a little thing.
What?
There's a little snowflake, like me. So, oh my god, they're just completely smashed.
Oh god, is it even safe to eat?
Oh god.
Oh, that's fine.
Obviously, they were made for the winter in a European country, so they were designed to just melt on contact with the hot American heat, the hot California heat. These look poisonous. Look at that's like a disconcertingly light brown in a way that makes me go, oh. But for science, I will try it.
Is there a texture to it, or is that just the disgusting melted bit?
There was once a texture, but now that it's melded with the wrapping a little bit and taken on its shape. There would have been a texture here.
It looks like a brain.
It might have once supposed to have been a snowflake or something, but we'll never know. So
Well, we might, if the other one...
Oh yeah, there's another one. I'm trying to like pass out. What would this have tasted like in the past, before it was killed? That's quite nice. Even in its destroyed form, it's quite nice. Although I'm one of those people who, like, when he's in the cookie making process and he's making all of the stuff, you know, it's ready to go in the oven, I just eat the dough. I'm one of those people. So the kind of absolutely destroyed, melted nature of this chocolate is inherently appealing to me. Oh, according to the German instructions on the back, once you auspacken, you can abbießen /border, and then you can loschlaffen.
Ooh. So do you think Europeans are used to softer chocolate, or that the conditions are just different?
The chocolate just doesn't melt because it's cold all the time. So we can use better ingredients. Whereas
Mediterranean.
Oh yeah, but they don't eat chocolate there. They're all thin and beautiful. They're too busy eating fish and...
I don't think the melting affects the flavor. I think it just affects the texture.
Yeah, and it affects its ability to stop melting, I think, as well. But
Okay, I really want to try some.
yeah, it tastes like... Yeah, I'll give you a fresh one. Fresh.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I believe there is some kind of workers' rights directive where I can't force you to eat that. So if you volunteer to, I have a waiver somewhere you can sign. The actual chocolate is Milka again, but it's one of those snowballs. You've probably had one of these before. It's like that, but the chocolate is Milka, and the insides is the Oreo flavored stuff that Milka makes, but there's nothing Oreo about it.
Oh
The light stand falling over disabled my screensaver on my computer on the nearby desk.
This goddamned Oreo costume.
Guy's having such trouble unwrapping that.
Well, it's melted, because you got the easy one.
I did pick the easiest one.
It's like much more hollow than I expected, like an Easter bunny.
Oh, it's yours hollow?
No, it's not hollow, but it's like kind of hollow.
Mine's completely stuffed. Oh, yours must have leaked out.
Oh, duh, because it's the shitty one.
Yeah, mine must have leaked out. Does it taste at all like an Oreo? Or does it just taste like Milka's Oreo chocolate?
Okay, I feel like I'm more of an authority.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Oreo-esque.
Mm-hmm.
I think the like little cookie bits
Yeah?
are evocative of Oreo, but otherwise it feels like a cream egg.
The cookie bits are so tiny that I refuse to believe you can taste Oreo in that. But this isn't the only snowball. After ordering this and it arriving melted and us giving up on it and just thinking, well, I guess we just have to eat melted shite for this video, we were in, Target? We were looking around Target for stuff, and we found these.
Wait, is that the case? I thought I got it at Walmart.
Walmart? I don't know these places.
There are so many things.
I don't live here. I don't know what any of these things are. This looks like it's a thing made by Milka that they've put Oreo stuff in. But this looks like an Oreo thing. So is this an Oreo thing with Milka stuff added, or is this a Milka thing with Oreo stuff added?
You know, I believe it's because Oreo or Nabisco recognizes that Milka doesn't hold the same political capital that Oreo does in the US.
So do you think this is the exact same product, but Milka's valueless in America, so they just took all that branding off for the American one?
Yes.
That's fascinating. I'm excited to try these then.
But also recognizing that maybe Milka makes different American...
Because you have Milka here, don't you?
Well, yeah, but...
But it's not a known quantity. I mean, it's literally the exact same packaging. The wrapping is different, It's okay. It's the same wrapping. It's just different colors. It's the same like shapes and stuff. Yeah, it's just blue and white instead of blue and white. Instead of white and blue, it's blue and white. Okay, yes, there was once. I now know for a fact. You can zoom in on this. You can get the texture right. There was once a snowflake on these balls.
Okay, hold on. Really? I can't tell.
To quote every man I've ever slept with, there was once a snowflake on these balls. But so the question now is, does this or does this not taste exactly like the one we just ate? Are these separate products or are they the same product in different countries? Let's find out. Isn't that like Faygo and Shasta? Like those are the same thing in different parts of America or something?
What's Faygo?
Well, exactly. Do you have Shasta?
Yeah.
Then you don't have Faygo. Because Faygo is Shasta. It's a lot like how we don't have Rhodesia anymore. We have Zimbabwe, because they're actually the same country in different amounts of racism. I think this is the same product but made in the United States. However, because this will be made with glorious Polish European Milka chocolate, that does taste better even though it was more melted. This tastes kind of bad. Well, no.
Really?
Not bad. It tastes worse. It's the same product but made with American chocolate, so it's worse to me. Maybe you'll like it more. You know.
Alright, hand it over. Oh, it is blue and white instead of white and blue.
Yeah, see?
Oh my god.
It's beautiful. Wait, this is onto this
Well,
one.
silver and blue. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But there's no red in it, so it's not American, truly.
Well, they got closer.
They should have made it red, white, and blue. Good luck with that. Do you want me to unwrap it for you?
Yes, please.
Okay. There was a kind of squelchy sound as I unwrapped it.
Yeah, I don't know. I really love that it it looks what was supposed to be the snowflake looks disgusting.
It looks like a snowflake on a turd. Like
Oh.
I shouldn't have said that as you bit into it. Does that taste worse to you? Is this a British American taste difference thing?
Yeah, this is worse.
Oh, it is worse. You actually, yeah, you agree.
It has like a more sweetness to it.
Yeah.
And like it feels like a saccharine.
Yeah,
saccharine.
like my working theory is American chocolate has something different in it to change the boiling point. I prefer the much more melted European one. If that is indeed the case, maybe they're two completely different products. I don't know, and I'm not going to check because frankly we've already put in far too much effort into this project.
You know what? The American Oreo frontward, the American Oreo forward branding tastes less like Oreo to me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting development.
Yeah.
Although I think that's because this isn't tasting like Oreo, really. This is tasting like Oreo flavored Milka, which you've had a lot of recently. So my takeaway here is that American chocolate is just not very good. But now we're actually done with Milka. I think, for now, the Oreo Milka saga is finally settled. Just in time for me to not throw up. If it turns out that there's more Milka Oreo things, go to hell. I literally cannot stomach, literally the word is cannot stomach any more of this. I will be sick. The amount of activity in my taste buds where I try and divine if it's similar to all these other things is so like devastating to me mentally that I don't think I could handle another Oreo Milka themed thing. So please, if there is one, just don't tell me. I don't want to have to live in that world.
I love that you're sweating while this is happening.
Am I sweating?
Yes.
This shirt will be grey when I'm done with it, just completely soaked through with sweat.
Don't worry, you have a leftover jacket.
That's true, because after we went through the pains of making a UK one, which is that one, we had to wear it for the bit where I flew to America, so I was wearing it in the airport. So now they're both in America. So I have to remember to bring it back, bring one of them back at least, or I have to make a third one.
You know, we can actually compare them finally to see how accurate my burn marks were.
Oh, that'll be quite funny. But now we're finally out of the Milka Dome and into the beautiful world of things made by Oreo that are not Oreos. This is not a tie-in with anything, unless Cakesters is just a very beloved American brand that I'm not familiar with.
No, I think they're just whoopie pies. Like.
So they are a thing that already exists. This is a whoopie pie. This is an Oreo flavored whoopie pie. Is this what is a whoopie pie?
Very American.
What God? None of those words are in the Bible. What God-fearing country
You know,
has
it's
a
rich coming from a British person.
whoopie pie? Using my anger, I successfully opened the box.
I feel like you guys have like Wimbledy Bop.
Wimbledy Bop. Have your cake and cookie too. Brilliant. Wait a second, though. Wait a second. That means Oreo. Oreo considers Oreos a cookie. Because it's like, oh, the magic of cookies. It's cookie, right? What the fuck are these? My whole biscuit cookie paradigm has been destroyed in an instant by Oreo themselves. Even they have decided that their Oreo is both cookie and biscuit. What?
Wait, what does the phrase say again?
Have your cake and cookie too.
Well, no, that's the cake, and
It's a cake with bits of our famous cookie in it, which means Oreos are cookies, which means these also being cookies. Then what's a biscuit?
that's what British people call cookies.
No, there's a textural difference. It's like the difference between like a taco and a sandwich. Like it's the enveloping is different, right?
Absolutely not.
What?
I've never called a cookie a biscuit.
There's a tangible difference between a biscuit and a cookie, is what I thought until this very moment. We've challenged boundaries today. But now also, cookies can also be cakes, so fuck me, I guess. Also, have your cake and eat it too. The pun, it's not even a pun. Have your cake and cookie too. It's like, having a cake and eating it too is like a common phrase. What does that mean? Is it just because it's cake and cookie? But it's not a cookie. It's a cake. It can't be both.
I think the marketing department for Oreos is
I think they're just losing their goddamn minds. I think they've stretched themselves so thin. Their marketing department is like, what the fuck do we even write on the copywriters? Their jobs are done. This thing is so melted. Look at that. Oh yeah, I've got to eat this before it actually falls apart in
Does
my
this have to do
hands.
with my apartment being warm?
Is your apartment really warm? Is LA that hot in December?
Yes.
You will have to tell me if this is just a whoopie pie. None of that's Oreo.
All right, hand it over.
So, partner, what do you think?
It's getting all over my hands. Oops.
Oh, I'll replace that.
By reaching into the package, I immerse my hands in goo. Or cream. In cream.
Is this cream just flowing out of it?
Oh, God. So I feel like there is, like, a preservative that I must not like because, like, Rice Krispies treats. I love homemade Rice Krispies treats, but the kind that they sell, like, pre-made for you, has the same type of artificial flavor experience.
Flavor experience, yeah.
Well, I love homemade ones.
Oh yeah, but the fake ones are like... So is...
God, I don't even know if I want to try it.
But we need to know if it's a whoopie pie, because I'm never gonna eat a whoopie pie.
I mean, I think it's a whoopie pie, just conceptually it...
So it's conceptually a whoopie pie. Does it taste like an Oreo? What does it even taste like?
It tastes like artificial, like, cake goods that I would get at summer camp. Like, where they, like, buy in bulk Twinkies or something to distribute to the children.
Does it taste like an Oreo at all?
To me, this is the least Oreo of them, which is wild because, you know, it's in grocery stores, like, next to the Oreos, and you'd think that they would, like, be invested in it being the same.
I guess if it was exactly the same, it would defeat the purpose of tasting like a whoopie pie. Does it taste like a whoopie pie?
I don't know what a whoopie pie tastes like.
You've not had one?
I mean...
You're my only touchstone for what other thing for what the original foods taste like.
I don't know, like, the core, like, what makes a whoopie pie. I've never explored this myself.
What was the point of any of this? It's indestructible, though. This thing could survive a nuclear explosion. I'm glad my guts are lined with it now.
It's kind of like it's coming out of the box. Like, oh no.
No, it's infecting the good chocolate. Unfortunately, we're not out of the Cakesters woods yet. We're not out of the whoopie woods yet. Because they make a peanut butter version. This tasted horrible. I wasn't that into this. However, even though I'm not even that into Oreos, frankly, I really like the peanut butter flavored Oreos. I tried them when I was in America last and I thought these are delicious. I'm gonna eat 3 sleeves of them and feel like shit. I hope these are better, and if it ruins the taste of peanut butter for me, I'm gonna be really upset. Have your cake and cookie too. They didn't even do anything cute with it, like have your cake and...
Peanut too?
And peanut too. That almost sounds like a foot, like peanut too.
Yeah, like eat it too.
Eat it too, peanut too.
Better.
It would have been way better. Is this more calories, I wonder?
Probably.
One serving is 260 calories. That's an insane amount of calories for something that tastes horrible.
Wait, okay, let me check mine first. This is 260 calories.
Okay, so they're the same.
Okay, they're the same.
It smells very strongly of peanut butter flavor. I'm not sure if it's actually peanut butter, but also it's held its consistency much more. It has not melted in my hands. Like, this is actually a very different substance in this cookie. This bodes well.
It's very robust.
The goo in the peanut butter one is so strong that opening it ripped part of the cake in twain. Like, it tore off onto, like, the goo is stronger than the cake. Oh man. Yeah, this is just the Cakester version of the peanut butter Oreo, which I really like. And the goo has maintained a lot of the peanut butter goo flavor of the original Oreo. So that's actually an improvement. Notice how little of the Cakester I ate in order to achieve that, though. Like, it doesn't improve the overall taste enough that I want to eat it. At best, I will, you know, chew some of the goo off and then throw the rest away, at which point I can just buy the peanut butter Oreos. And I did! So I don't need these. I'm sorry to do this to you, peanut butter. Ugh.
Sticks to your hand.
That's a great weight loss technique. The only sugar you can eat has to be licked off of your fists. It has to be acquired through punching. That's a hot new diet you can try. Oh, you wanna try one? I promise I didn't punch this. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, this actually also tastes like the fake peanut butter we would get in summer camp.
Yeah, it's definitely fake peanut butter. Like, there's nothing peanut buttery about it. I love waiting for my tolerance of this to go back down so I can try it anew again, because it gets better each time. It's the opposite of the Oreo Coke, which is horrible at first taste and then you attune to it, whereas this is like, I wait a while and then have another sip. It's like, oh, it's back. What's next? Well, we actually had to go out and buy these again because they're like more perishable than normal Oreo stuff, which can survive, you know, a hit from Stalin. Whereas these seem a lot more perishable because they're in a see-through thing and they've got like a use-by date that's pretty close. So we gotta eat these quick. So these are best by January 2025, which is, you know, less than about a month. So
you know, that's actually kind of unnervingly long for like fresh baked or for like cookies.
Well, cookies, because they're cooked and they're mostly sugar, they can't go bad. They just stop being edible, if that makes sense. Like,
well,
like you have to eat cheese, you have to eat meat by a certain date because it becomes poison. Cookies don't become poison, they just start to taste like shit. So that you can elongate the date out to like, it's dry and shit, but you can still eat it, versus more perishable goods where it's like poison.
No, I think like these cookies are packaged like and are situated within the fresh baked goods section.
Yeah.
Where they do expire very quickly, where Oreo is the single exception.
Yeah.
Which suggests to me that there are a lot of preservatives and like questionable ingredients.
So you think they don't last longer because, you know, Oreo is willing to lie about food standards. You think these last longer because Oreo have filled them with microplastics or something?
Yeah, because of the quality inherent to Oreos. Because normal Oreos, I feel like, expire faster than that.
Once again, another layer to the cookie conundrum. If these are cookies, then what the fuck is an Oreo? If these are cookies, and Oreos are definitely cookies, because then what is this? How can they both be cookies?
No, this is just like the sandwich versus taco debate versus toast.
Oreos are biscuits.
No.
Normal Oreos are biscuits. The Oreo company mistakenly thinks they're cookies, but these are cookies and these are cookies. Biscuits Biscuits are what these are, Oreos.
No, that is an absolutely artificial distinction.
There's a specific texture to a biscuit that makes it a biscuit.
I think
that's
both
my
cookies.
belief.
This cookie is a piece of toast. The Cakesters and Oreo sandwiches are sandwiches, and I want to know what the taco would be.
That metaphor is like ash in your mouth. It's a lie. It's not real.
That's it. It's ashy.
It's ashy.
It's not dusty,
It tastes like the ash of an Oreo. I'm glad that my horrible insult contributed to us conceptualizing what an Oreo tastes like. Okay, I'm gonna try some of the biscuit. I'm gonna try some of the cookie. I'm gonna try some of the cookie without the icing just to see the difference. Okay, it's moist the way a freshly baked cookie is moist. We did buy this yesterday, so that's acceptable, but I'm still a little bit worried because, like, it doesn't even feel finished. It's just, like, still not hard at all. So, do these age, like, over the course of the month? Will they slowly become proper hard cookies? Will they become biscuits? Is there a line of, like, a hardness that defines it? I don't know. I'm gonna try some of the icing there. Okay, neither the icing nor the cookie taste like Oreo. Oreo bought a cookie factory. Nabisco bought a cookie factory and slapped the Oreo name on it. This tastes nothing like either. Please try one.
Yeah. Oh my god, this Oreo costume.
The Oreo costume is so difficult for Kat to maneuver and it's really funny.
My favorite kind of cookie is those sugar cookies. Like, it's a very basic bitch thing to like, but it's like a soft cookie with an icing and...
The hard sugar cookie that's like breaks off. It's like, you know, like has a crunch.
No. It's exactly like this, except better. I don't like these.
I don't think these are bad. I just think they don't taste like Oreos.
Oh, yes.
Whereas microplastics are just caking your insides now. You're going to last a direct hit from the sun.
I think the icing is reminiscent of Oreo. But the chocolate tastes just like a good chocolate cookie.
Yeah. It tastes nice. I wouldn't say it tastes like an Oreo. But it's actually okay tasting. I feel like Oreo have gone like, all right, fuck it. We already make cookies. For this to be a cookie as well, it has to significantly taste like a cookie and not like a biscuit, which is what an Oreo is. They've really branched out.
I love it. I really like them.
I think the true test, none of this tier list bullshit, is which of these would you eat more of when we weren't filming? Would you buy and eat these again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's a good product.
I think I stepped on a lot of chocolate that I dropped.
There is nothing Oreo about this. I mean, even the meaning of the gap between cookie and biscuit is completely gone. And now even the definition of an Oreo is... I couldn't tell you what it was if I tried. I've tried more Oreo-related products than most living humans in the history of civilization. And all it has taught me is that I know less than an infant could about Oreos. This is a truly doomed journey, and there's still a long way to go.
I think so far, the only common features... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say the only common features is that, like, they seem to have consistent branding about the color.
The color branding is pretty good, yeah.
Except for the weird Milka cookies. Like...
Yeah, the Milka cookies, I think, are literally a kind of cookie Milka makes with the kind of cream they make for their Oreo tie-ins in it. But that's... The stuff they make is not Oreo-like at all in the first place. So... Oreo should sue about that, I think. But yeah, that's a fully Milka thing with a little strip of the Oreo.
Yeah,
you can see like the Milka takeover present on the box where it's like purple with blue, where normally it's blue with purple. And the Mama Max is inexplicably very purple as well. But
I like your commitment to saying Mama Max.
Mama Max. But in keeping with the new Coke metaphor, where like eating more of it. Do you like that? Like, that's an important part of flavor profiles. That cookie tasted good to eat all of. There's a specific satisfaction to just getting a critical mass of it in your mouth and eating it that is very satisfying, the way that an Oreo is. And the way that a lot of these things, like this chocolate and these cookies, just weren't. Like, it was just like, no, I have to eat more of this. Or same with this. Like, this doesn't feel good to drink a lot of. It tastes good to sip a little bit. And they've really done it. Like, these cookies actually taste good to eat all of, and that's kind of a nice. That's a key thing that they've achieved. Would have been nice if it tasted a bit like Oreo, but you know, it's fine. We're past that point now. We've accepted that this is a doomed endeavor.
Wait, so how far in are we now?
Maybe 2/3 of the way through the first shelf.
The first shelf.
Shelf 1 has almost been cleared.
Oh my god.
Okay, if we can finish shelf 1, then we can have a lie down.
Okay. Oh, I can feel a pit of my stomach because it's filled with Oreo ash.
You can just feel it just building up.
Oh, God.
My producer is now more Oreo than woman.
Well, I mean, you know, look at me.
She's literally, yeah, we're taking casualties on this channel to get to the bottom of Oreo products that are not Oreos, and we haven't found the bottom yet.
I really regret getting so many Oreo products. I thought I was being a good producer by being as comprehensive as possible, but I feel like I shot at least myself in the foot.
Some of these products I'm discovering are Oreo versions of a food that Americans eat that I don't know about. So I'm discovering that they're actually a take on something that already exists. Case in point, in Britain, as far as I know, we don't have cow tails. What's a cow tail?
I actually don't know. I just saw it on the internet.
Isn't a cow tail like a common American food?
Oh, maybe.
Well, then they must be fairly common because Oreo have done a tie-in with them.
There we go.
Look at that face. And it's tails with an A. You know, the cow is telling you a story. Let me tell you the tale of the cow. I think it might be because they realized calling it a tail sounds disgusting. I don't want to eat a cow's tail. Like, well, we'll call it something else.
Yum.
Just a log. It smells almost like licorice. Are they licorice? Are cow tails licorice? These are things that it would be valuable to know going into this. But I'm squeezing it, and the internal part that looks like it's Oreo cream is Oreo goo is kind of breaking apart in the way that Oreo goo normally does. So that's promising in the Oreo flavor department. But will it be promising in the tasting good department? Let's find out. I think that's horrible. I hate that.
Really?
Yeah. That doesn't taste like any candy I've ever tasted, and its alienness disgusts me. Please take a bite from the other side.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah?
I love your commitment to calling the cream goo.
Yeah.
The fact that you corrected yourself, you're like, goo.
I wouldn't eat this even if I were Lady and the Tramp eating it with the love of my life. I would not. I would say, no. Sorry, Daddy. Not today. It's not good. If you gave me that and I ate it, and they said, does that taste like Oreo? I would say, no, that tastes horrible. Specifically, the goo maybe could pass for Oreo goo. But maybe it's just the surrounding candy, or maybe it's just the formula, but it tastes wrong. I don't like that. Mm-hmm. I would like to find out what a cow tail is so I can double check my working on this. Maybe cow tails are normally good, or maybe cow tails are bad and this is bad for that reason. Like, is it bad because it's a cow tail, or is it bad because it's bad? Like, I want to know that now.
We can actually test it out, because in order to get the Oreo cow tails, I had to buy a pack of like multi-flavored.
There's more cow tails?
Yeah.
Oh man. It's cow tail time. Thank you. Okay, this is the original flavor, so now we're going to find out what these things taste like. Okay, let's find out. It tastes like the water from a swimming pool. Yeah. Oh, it's like I vomited a turd. Oh, jeez. One of the few chocolates we brought with us was the white enrobed Oreo. Because it was a funny name. You remember my joke last time? That was cute. Well, in America they have them, and they apparently thought there was a problem with that name, because now they're called white fudge covered Oreos. And this is an interesting discovery. I'm extremely curious if these are actually different names and different formulas for different countries or whatever of the same product, or if this is chocolate and this is fudge and there's some significant difference. But it looks like they are the same calories, maybe? Although the nutrition facts are also different, because the European nutrition facts are like, here's how many calories are in 100 grams, and here's how many calories are in one serving, which is one cookie, which is 20 grams. So I would have to do maths. Is it times 5? One cookie, 20 grams to 100 grams?
I feel too sick to...
Okay, yeah, they're the same. I just did 20 times 5. One cookie is 100 calories, and that's 20 grams, and 100 grams of this is 507 calories. So they're the same calories, so they're probably the same product.
Wait, 507?
Yeah.
Well, then it's not quite the same.
Could be 101. Maybe they just didn't have to put 101 on the back. They could like round it down or something. We caught you, Nabisco. We're on to you slightly lying about how many calories are in your... This is actually a thing with Monster energy drinks as well, where there's a Monster energy drink in the UK that's blue and has no sugar in it. And it's like sugar-free, or it's like 0 fat or whatever. And there's like no calories in it or something. But in the US, the blue can is like low, I'm doing fingers, low carb. And so presumably it's more stringent in the US, so they have to actually say, it's actually 2 calories or something. Fascinatingly, these are on sale, I think, quite a lot of the year in the UK. I've seen these all the time. Whereas these appear to be a Christmas thing that's a limited edition. So
I think they still have them, they just don't make them Christmas themed.
Oh, it's just a limited edition Christmas themed white fudge covered Oreo, but they always make white fudge covered Oreos.
Yeah, I feel like that's the case.
So it's a special Christmas box.
Yes.
I'm glad that we bought 2 of these that we never intended to eat for that.
Well, there's a third one.
Oh, well, there we go. We found these Oreo banadas. I don't even know how many calories are in these. I can't read this. It looks like 100 grams has 532 calories in it. So these, whatever the formula is, it's slightly more calorific.
Huh.
Maybe one day, if we really have to scrape the bottom of the Oreo barrel, if this just becomes what we do for a living, we'll open each of these and do a meticulous breakdown. We'll cut slices, we'll do taste tests, we'll weigh them. You know, we can really get to the bottom of this. It would be curious if these were all a slightly different formula and there was like a definitive difference between them. I'm curious, but in a way that I'm willing to accept is a problem and not a solution. Okay, I do really enjoy the way the Oreo company does branding, right? They have like an agreed upon set of colors. So for this, they've got brown and white, right? So it's brown with a white border or stroke over the text. I think that's the term, a stroke. And this is the same thing. It's a different color. It's like an off-white stroke. The Oreo Worldwide organization have figured out the trick is dark with a white thing for this, right? And Britain comes along, it's just a fucking weird font and shape with nothing on it, white and robed. Like, get it together, guys, right? These inconsistencies, they're just driving me insane. I know this is a me problem, but come on, Oreo. Like, if I can notice this stuff, then you guys should be noticing this stuff. It's your job. And then there's also a fudge-covered one, which is, it's got the fun thing. It's not, these look delicious. I can't wait to eat these. I bought these just to eat them, not even for this video. Oh, and they're less calories. Fewer calories. Oh, wait, no, I'm wrong. They're way, oh, wait, no. This is confusing.
The maths again.
Okay, this... maths again. Those pesky maths. Serving size, 1 cookie, 20 grams, 100 calories. This is serving size 2 cookies, 190 calories. So for a second I thought these were way more calorific, but they're actually slightly less. It's just the serving size is 2 cookies, so it looks way higher. Isn't that interesting? Aren't you glad you're a patron of my channel to learn these interesting facts? Oreo candy canes.
Yeah!
We wish you a merry Oreo. We wish you a merry... I take it these are only here for the Christmas. Also, look at that thing again. Again, it's the font but with an emboss on it, or a font with a stroke. But it's the font with a stroke again, only it's like a slightly darker blue, which doesn't really scan. Moderately dark blue on a normal blue background. Oh man, they're individually wrapped as well. We are really just crushing the planet with these candy canes. And they're already snapped to shit as well, despite the very careful wrapping. I'm excited to try these though, because, I don't know.
No, me too.
Yeah. So, again, how Oreo can this possibly be? Is this a biscuit or a cookie? It's a candy cane.
I swear to God.
Does it say anything on it like, have your cane and cookie too?
Yeah.
Have your cane and eat it too? Now that's a pun, Nabisco. Ow. Maybe it's all the bits of Oreo sloshing around in my gullet, but That inexplicably tastes quite Oreo-y. It's also a little bit coffee-y. I don't know.
You know, maybe ashy is not the right one. Maybe coffee. Oh,
Coffee tastes like ash to you?
Mine has integrity.
Yours is intact? Oh. I'm happy for you.
It is really difficult.
She's fully put the camera down. You see, this is why they shouldn't have been wrapped. They'd be way easier to eat.
What, you think children should spread their diseases on the holidays?
I mean, what else are they going to do? That's what children are for. Oh,
Tastes like a Tootsie Roll.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what a Tootsie Roll?
They don't have Tootsie. What's a Tootsie Roll?
Oh wait, no, I got some Oreo aftertaste.
Still incredible that they've achieved such heights in terms of differentiating a product that was originally just a biscuit. It wasn't a cookie, these are cookies. We figured that out, we solved it.
You know, it actually does have a coffee taste to it.
It's coffee-ish, yeah. Is it meant to taste like coffee, or does it taste like coffee because that's the best they could do with the flavorings that seemed to be Oreo-y?
I feel like it's accidental.
Yeah? Tastes like coffee, by mistake. That's a great tagline. Betty Crocker, Oreo cream flavored whipped frosting. So this is frosting that tastes like the Oreo cream. I'll be the judge of that, Betty. Yeah. This is 150 calories per serving, and the serving size is 2 tablespoons. So this will fucking kill you. It smells like glue. It legitimately smells like glue. Get a nice close up of that.
Oh, ooh. It looks like slime.
It looks like one of your slimes.
Oh yeah, one of my fancy slimes.
Oh yeah, look, it's
Ew.
alive. Oh.
I don't know, man.
On the edges, it's kind of turning into like crystal almost.
I don't think I've ever seen frosting that looks like this. It refuses to focus on the frosting.
Camera can't even focus on it because it is such a despicable creature.
It's so textured.
This is so calorific. It's ionizing the air. Like the air is glowing around it. It's, oh, smell it.
Okay, it does smell like glue, but it also smells like the icing in a way that I like.
I do have to admit, I like the smell of glue. So it does. If you're from the UK, that smells exactly like Pritt Stick smells. Do you have Pritt Stick?
It sounds like you made it up. It sounds like one of those British things.
I think the company's called Pritt, and like the glue stick that you wipe is called a Pritt Stick. I'm not gonna do it with my finger, am I? I don't have a spoon. I could use my knife.
No.
We're not gonna eat this. I'll touch it.
No, I don't think we will.
It really does smell like glue. Delicious glue, but glue. Okay, it also tastes a bit like glue. Don't ask how I know how glue tastes. But after you let it wash over you, there's a little bit of frosting in there. And it's not enough though to override the taste of glue. I could eat a thing of frosting. I hate to admit it, but I could and I would like it. I would die, but I would enjoy it. This, I could not eat more than I've just eaten. That is not good.
Okay, does it taste a little bit like licorice, like black licorice?
Maybe? I can't try anymore to find out. That is not good. Oh God. I would like to find a recipe that uses this and tastes good. I would like to find out the amount of this you can use that it will taste good in the end, but I doubt that's possible. Also, I love that the text here, absolutely no stroke. They've fucked it again. This is just white with no stroke, just text on the background. Whoever's behind the logo design of these products is like asleep at this point. Why is the lid red? What part of Oreos is red, apart from the Nabisco logo? Is it a Betty Crocker thing? It completely...
It's a Betty Crocker thing.
Okay, because it defeats the purpose. If it was me and I was Oreo and I was doing a tie-in, I'd be like, the lid has to be blue, white, or black. Those are the Oreo colors. Fucking, they made it red? It's shameful. Oreo, you need to put your foot down. Betty Crocker are fucking you. They're destroying your iconic thing. They're not putting any stroke on the text. And it tastes like fucking glue. You've got to get their act together. Because in 2 to 3 decades, your image is going to be gone. You're going to be dissolved into nothing. Unlike this, which will last forever. You could build a castle out of this. Oh god, it even looks like Pritt stick from this side. Like, look at it. I can't tell if that is an off-white plastic or if that is see-through plastic looking into the most disgusting substance known to man.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
You want me to scrape it out and find out if it's see-through plastic?
Yeah, you can. Anything. Oh.
Yeah, you can see my hands through it. That is so disgusting. And now my hand is completely enveloped in it. Oh god. Do you think I've just invented a new hand cream? Do you think I'm going to pull this out and my hand's going to be like beautiful?
Well, I don't know if it's worth it.
You know Nicholas Winding Refn?
No.
Nicholas Winding Refn? I don't know how to say his name. I shouldn't even joke about how to pronounce his name. But he directed Drive. And also Only God Forgives, a much worse movie. He's a film director. He's directed one good movie and like 9 bad ones. He told a story about like his mother used to like soak his hands in moisturizer before he went to bed and then like put gloves on him when he slept or something, so his hands were like pristine and perfect. And I feel a kinship now with Nicholas Winding Refn after a taste of this.
Wait, that is something though. Like spa gloves are a thing.
Imagine putting spa gloves on your baby boy to keep his hands fresh.
Oh no!
It's moving on its own. Oh no, it's alive. It's the goo. It's the stuff.
The blob.
It's the ooze. The blob. That's it. I got every possible name. I rotated through every possible name that was not the correct name. But you can tell from that it's it even looks like Pritt stick the way it falls apart, just the way it manifests. So yeah, it's just so horribly coloured that through the plastic at the bottom it looks horrible. And people are going to feed this to their kids this Christmas. And I'm hesitant to touch it with my hands, let alone put it inside my body. If you know anyone who puts this in food that they give to people, arrest them. Cops don't do their job at the best of times, but they were made to police things like this. And if there were any justice in the world, if you buy this product, a bullet will immediately fly into you.
Okay. The inside of your sleeve has a huge...
Oh no! Oh, it landed on some discarded plastic.
Yeah,
do you get it? Are you zoomed in?
Yeah.
Thankfully, it landed on a bunch of the unwrapped plastic that I left on the floor. So it's fine. The carpet is safe. The DD's Discounts carpet is safe.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, God. I'm so glad that when I licked it, it adhered more to my hand than to my tongue, so none of it came back onto my tongue. This is incredible. We should take a funny thumbnail with this while I've got it, like...
Oh my God. Oh, I don't like it. No! Ew! No! Oh God, people already...
Sorry.
Are you Rule 34 in yourself?
What does this remind me of? It reminds me a little bit of Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs. Just like the texture of it, the consistency of it. Oh my goodness. Even its consistency is changing in a way that's uncomfortable. Like suddenly it's becoming liquid, like it's melting into... Like it can't even maintain its own sludge-like consistency. It becomes water if you let it and it just drips on it. It's horrible.
It's making me nervous for some reason.
I don't like it. I'm worried it's going to wake up and just start... I'm just going to feel all the teeth come out like I just touched the thing from the thing. Oreo, you need to discontinue this product immediately. It's like I dipped my hand in wax.
Oh, yeah.
I always loved doing that as a kid. Okay, a fly just flew onto it and it's stuck. It's dead. It killed it.
Okay, don't move. I'm getting a towel.
Okay.
Okay, this is wet.
Thank you.
And this is dry.
Thank you. It would be funny if like my left hand is now like smaller. It's kind of running out of space. I think I'm gonna just rescue the Milka Max because I want to eat that later. Let's move on to things that might actually be food, shall we? What is this? Okay, you're gonna have to explain this to me.
So I think this is from Brazil? No, Argentina. I'm trying to remember. I mean, I guess you'll know if it's in Portuguese or Spanish.
Elaborado por Mondelez, Argentina. AV Henry Ford, 3200 Boulevard. I guess that's the address. I'm doxing Mondelez. Oh. This reminds me of do you have these in America? Do you have wagon wheels?
I don't know.
I assumed Americans had them because the vibe is so American. They're called wagon wheels.
Maybe this is the fetishizing of American culture.
It's kind of like chocolate, a little chocolate wafery thing, and then like a kind of goo that's not very good. I don't know. Wagon wheels are probably the English theft of maybe an Argentinian food the Oreo now makes in Argentina. I don't even know. So we imported these for this video.
Yes.
That's a running theme. The importation of vast quantities of food that we do not intend to eat for the purposes of a video and or joke.
There are so many different niche and scam-looking stores that I bought these from.
I think there are a couple of stores where you've tried buying from like 2 stores because one of them seemed like a scam, and then they both arrived, and now we have too much.
Yeah, no, we have a lot of duplicates.
Once again, the very thick, obvious line between biscuit and cookie. This is biscuit with little bits of Oreo type stuff in between. The fact it's 3 layers does, I think, defeat the purpose of Oreo. No.
Wait, but why? Okay, let me zoom in.
Oreo is This is
Wouldn't people consider that like a premium deluxe Oreo experience?
It would be were it not for the fact that the biscuits aren't that nice, and the central objective when you're eating an Oreo is to get one of the biscuits off.
I mean, that's subjective. I like the cookie.
This would just be a lot of work. Like you would open it, get the cream off, open it again for the next goo.
I consider it like a Oreo 1.5.
This tastes extremely like a wagon wheel. And I'm guessing wagon wheels were just genuinely the Britishization of a different food whose name I don't know. But it's okay. It's okay the same way wagon wheels are okay, where it's like, if I'm at a friend's house and their mum offers me one with the sandwiches she made when I'm, 12, I'll go like, yeah, and I'll eat it and be like, oh. But I would never choose to eat one on purpose.
This is one of the ones that I ate before filming. I didn't like it.
One of my favorite running things making these is discovering how many foods Kat has got to before we did the shoot.
It took us a while to get there.
It even extends to other products. Like, one of the things Kat said she ordered was Oreo lip balm, and I'm setting up for the shot, and I find this in the trash. Because Kat's already carrying it around with her.
That's where you put it?
Yeah, I stole it to put on the...
Okay, well...
This was literally sitting in the trash. Like, the whole point was to show it off, and she just opened it and threw it away.
Okay, well,
then again, we're not here to do an unboxing video. We're not here to, Oh, yeah.
In the universe of Oreo chapstick, this is my favorite so far.
As a beard haver, and as a guy who realizes that other people's lips have already been on this, it's very hard to, get it. I love lip balm. I love having not chapped lips, but you can't get a good angle on that as a bit. This is, let's be honest, this is lip balm for women. I'm willing to accept that.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Did you ever have Vaseline?
Yes, we have Vaseline in the U.S.
But I don't know what you've got. You don't have wagon wheels.
Well, I don't know that. I just maybe I'm not educated.
But it was in a container like this, and it was instead of chapstick, it would be this, and the lid would slowly squeeze off, and there would just be a huge ton of the goo, and you put it on, but it was impossible not for the whole container to get gooey, and for you, to get it all over your fingers, so it would go on everything you touched while you tried to get to the bathroom to wash your hands.
Wait, can I have it back?
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
But luckily, after destroying one of the products that we were going to show off for the video, I was like, well, we do have more chapsticks, don't we? Wasn't there a whole collection of a bunch of different flavors of Oreo chapstick? Well, she'd already opened that too. So one of the flavors is gone, but... we'll just, we just have to live with our mistakes, don't we?
I chose one that was already a duplicate.
Oh, was it already one of these? Was it
I think it was one of the mint. I think, no.
It just inexplicably had 2 mint ones?
Oh no, it had 2 lemon ones as well.
I think I remember you at some point, like last week, saying like, "Oh, this mint lip balm is horrible," and me thinking, "Oh, that's interesting."
No, I just
not realizing that it was because it was it was relevant to me. Can we just admit that one of the things that the Oreo flavor would not translate well to is chapstick? Like your lips constantly smelling to other people of Oreo is like conceptually disgusting. It's blue.
That's my favorite part.
You know, this is one of the few times where white, a color that is in Oreo's food profile, would make sense. Black would be funny and like cool, right? Blue is just like, I get that it's the main packaging color, but I don't want the inside of my mouth to be the packaging of the Oreos. Like I've been eating the boxes. I want it to look like I've been eating Oreos. You know, I want no chocolate around my mouth. I don't want fucking blue.
Well, wait till you taste it.
Getting a good close up on these lips. You see, this size is much better for applicating to a bearded man's lips. Applicating.
Applying?
You know, however you say it here. I do, like, one of my personal peeves. It's funny how you don't think about how strange the phrase pet peeve is until you say it in front of someone. But one of my peeves is getting lip balm on my hairs. So this is like, you know, this kind of thing. I would want one with a tip, like, you know, like a lipstick. You know, I want to really get it in there, but because I love applying lip balm. I love my lips being sticky. I love my lips being just moist and feeling good. I used to like lick my lips all the time as a kid. I used to go swimming a lot, so my lips were like horrible. There was like a red rim around my lips. I was just a disgusting little child. So like lip balm really did affect the course of my life. I remember I would bite my nails a lot as a kid, and my mum would put this like substance on my nails to stop me biting it that would taste horrible or something. The stuff that they put on Switch cartridges now. But of course I was young enough that I just acquired the taste and kept eating them. Like, so I kept biting my nails.
That's why you keep eating the Switch cartridges?
That's why I love to eat dry cereal. I think I'll look nicer if you hold the camera higher as well. So you'll get less of my chins. Oh, that is actually asking a lot of you. You are like, you know,
very weak.
You're 5'4" or something like that.
I'm very weak.
What are you? 5'4"? Using trigonometry, and also the fact you told me your height once.
Yeah.
I can guess.
No,
you know,
I tried going higher, but then my arms started to fail.
The standard flavored lip balm is depressingly not Oreo flavored. It's so basic. And are my lips blue?
No.
Is there anything Oreo-ish about them?
No.
No, is goo coming out from between? Because technically lips are an Oreo containing, you know.
That's disgusting.
Lips are an Oreo containing the tongue that is the goo. My gooey tongue. At this point, I think it's just branding for the sake of it. And we're going to get to that. There's more of this. Oreo have completely shared any burden of resembling their own product in these products. And it's unacceptable. But the fact that they made so many different flavors. And
there's a peanut butter one.
There's a peanut butter one. That's amazing. They're my favorite one. I'm a little bit afraid that it's going to be horrible and like kill the taste of peanut butter to me. But the sacrifices we make for science. Peanut butter cream flavored lip balm. This is specifically flavored after the peanut butter Oreo. So I expect to taste peanut butter and Oreo in this.
So it indicates that it's peanut butter cream.
Yeah, it's flavored after the peanut butter. So this, you should be able to scrub it directly onto an Oreo and make your own peanut butter Oreo. Okay, it does smell pretty strongly of peanut butter. Should I eat some?
No. I mean...
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like there being a constant source of peanut butter smell on my face. It feels like something's on my face. Like I've got food in my beard. For a bearded man, flavored lip balms are a nightmare. They activate all of your worst fears about, oh, have I left food in it? Have I dipped my beard in something? Oh no, oh no! Part of me wants to give it a little taste.
It might ruin the Oreo experience afterwards. You know what? Do it.
I have a coffee over there. I can wash it off. Speaking of things getting stuck in your beard. It tastes more like, and texture-wise even, more like the peanut butter cream than I'm willing to admit. It just also tastes a little bit of wax. Why did I do that, though? Oh, my inside's so moist. I'm so lubricated. Thank you so much for donating to the Patreon. I literally couldn't and wouldn't have done this without you.
My girl lip balm.
You're putting a girl lip balm on? What is this reminding you to moisten your lips?
Lips are very chapped.
I'm gonna have this coffee. I really like this mug. I didn't bring this mug with me. Kat just had this in her cupboard. I like that half of the thing's fallen off.
I just really liked it.
At some point, Kat's roommate moved out, so she has like spare space in her apartment. So you know, this is how we get to shoot this stuff. We have the space to do it. I have maybe been leaning too much on her for various things. Like occasionally we do merch. And because I don't advertise it whatsoever, it doesn't sell. So I got an email from the merch people being like, hey, do you want us to destroy all this merch or do you want us to send it somewhere? So Kat's house is just partially a repository for beach towels with the bisexual flag but with a dragon on it that we made.
Model after whales, right?
Yeah. You can't buy these anymore because they're not for sale, because I never advertised them. They're just in boxes here, we have them. You could theoretically, you know, ask us for them and we could just send them to you. So, onto some actual food. We have... Now, I'm pretty sure I know what that says. Not sure what that is, but it expires in 2025, so whatever's in it, it will outlast me. I don't know how many calories it is. And maybe that's for the best.
You know, if you look at the sticker on the back that translates it into English, it'll probably tell you. I was wondering if you were consciously avoiding that.
There is just text. Okay, so this probably says something like wafers, right? The box describes it. It just says Korean wafers. So, so in my brain, I thought that meant this says Korean wafers.
Oh my god. Well, maybe it's like a wagon wheel situation. Maybe these are very Korean types of wafers.
It's a Korean type. It's not just a wafer from Korea. There's a special type of wafer they make in Korea that we don't know. It's like how katana translates to Japanese sword. For some reason, when I buy a food from a foreign country and it's individually wrapped, I think, oh, it's so pristine and cool, and it means it survived the journey, so I can eat it. But for some reason, when something in Britain where I actually live comes in a box and then individually wrapped, I'm like, that's so wasteful, that's horrible. Like, I think it's a premium experience when it's an imported food, but when it's a local food, it just feels wasteful. We only have one Earth, you know, but Korea can wrap something in as many wrappers as they want because it's fun for me.
As long as they send it to you.
As long as they send it to me. Oh, wow.
I actually really want to try one. Can you hand one to me?
Sorry.
Oh, wait, no, do that more, but stand on your tippy toes. Get a good fresh bite. That was great. That was good.
Okay. Think fast.
No!
Alright. So that's a recommend from both of us. You can tell how much she likes it because she's eating it right now. That's probably why the camera's so shaky. And that reminds me, literally today I was looking through my emails, and Patreon sends you an email when someone signs up or leaves a comment. And just today I got this message, which I then printed off on Kat's black and white printer. Karen commented, him chewing the wafer close to the mic sounded exactly like a cat eating dry food. Lol. Thank you for that, Karen. The worst bit is I know exactly what she's talking about. Like, I've seen a cat eating dry food before.
No, it's true. It's true. I can't hear it now.
Thank you for that. Are these Korean or are these Japanese?
No, pull them out.
Ugh.
I think those are Korean. I can't see from here. Oh god, are they Chinese? I think they're Chinese.
Oh no. That's the one I didn't say. NetEase Games? NetEase make these?
NetEase?
NetEase? So it looks like they make other flavors of the very disappointing wafers from last time, so you can hear me chewing even more.
I'm a big fan of the mascots.
I'm a fan of the mascots. I'm a fan of the flavors. The flavors seem much more interesting. And all of them definitively promise goo. Another commenter whose comment I didn't print off, because I'm being more mean to that one, said, no, but you're supposed to drink milk through them, and then the milk taste is changed. And that's like, this is like a visual reflection of the concept of drinking milk through them. They don't promise goo, but I've eaten the ones with goo in them. That's a normal thing. So these seem to promise goo, although this, the way it's exploding out, it looks like it might just be like that's just a liquid coming through it that's not related to the product. I don't know. We'll find out.
So I remember when I was 16, I went to China, and that's when the Olympics were happening.
Oh, yeah?
And they had these mascots that they called friendlies, and they looked exactly like those.
Oh my god.
I don't know why they decided that their branding was to make China as cutesy as possible, but I remember the friendlies.
Friendlies? That's really cute. I remember when Britain had the Olympics, the logo we made to the Britain logo we made for it, it kind of looked like a guy getting fucked. Like it was like really strange. People complained massively about it. It was, and we might have even changed it because it was so weird. Do you think this is red bean paste? What is this?
No, I think that's just chocolate. That's why there's a piece of chocolate on the front.
There's literally a piece of chocolate on the front. Ooh, what exotic flavor could this be? And my mind went, didn't see it at all.
Okay, do the hand thing. No.
Oh.
What is that?
I thought you wanted me to repeat the weird hand thing I just did, but I went.
Oh, that's really cute. I love, is it a little panda that's going, oh no?
Oh no, I'm leaking my chocolate out of my pipe.
Ooh.
Oh. Is this brown because it's the chocolate one? Are they all going to be different colors too? Because that'll be really cute.
I guess we'll find out.
Well, so you tell me, has this packaging promised goo?
Are you saying this with the knowledge?
I'm asking you a serious question. Would you be dissatisfied if there wasn't goo in this product after being shown a pole literally erupting with goo, dripping
Hold
with
on.
goo?
I think you're not paying attention. Turn it around. No. Well, okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's both look at this together. Okay. Do you see at the top right there?
Oh, there's nothing in it. Oh my god!
You idiot!
And you can't see that there's nothing inside that one because he's sitting on it, as if waiting for liquid to erupt through it into his butt and give him a nice cleaning experience.
A colonoscopy, a chocolate colonoscopy.
Oh, that sounds incredible. Well, I'm glad you weren't tricked into thinking there would be goo here, because these are even more goo-less than the last one. These are like a little more flaky looking. Like there's less. I don't know. Or maybe it's because the chocolate ones had less to say for themselves anyway, because, chocolate on black isn't really a mix of colors. Maybe it'll taste good at least. I guess you are just supposed to drink milk through it, and maybe the milk just does turn an incredibly bright brown immediately. I doubt it.
Okay, when we do the cereal portion, we can try the milk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, tastes about the same. Only, there's that Nesquik taste, but the slightly different way these must have been made has resulted in a taste that I think is a little bit nicer, and I think the Oreo goo that's supposed to cake the milk when you drink through it, I think there's a little bit more, or it's a little bit nicer tasting, because this has more of a taste to it than the last wafers. It doesn't feel like you're just eating an empty stick. It tastes like you're eating an empty stick that's crumbly and full of chocolate and Oreo goo. You happy, Karen? Is that what you came here for? Does that remind you of a cat? Huh? Thank you so much for your support. All the money for the channel went to this and to a beach towel-based venture, which did not go over well. Should I just try all of these? It was kind of fun to find out what the flavors even are.
Yeah,
so,
well, you have to find out what color the bags are.
So this is green. What flavor is green? Apple?
Green tea?
You were right. It was literally, as I moved my hand down to reveal, it looks like it's green tea.
You clearly have not experienced enough Asian foods.
Yeah, it's almost like you could easily guess what these things are based on context clues. Oh, that is cute. The packaging is green. Aww. Ah, I like it. And I like this guy. I love how ambivalent he looks. He's like,
I will say that the Chinese Oreo marketing department is much better.
They are, yeah. Like, they've got the Oreo logo in the right color schemes, and they're just like, that's like embossed. It looks like it's embossed in like shiny gold. Like this is really nice. They should put that team in charge of all the other teams, I think. They should restructure to put the Chinese Oreo department at the top.
I would love to see like cute mascots, like Teletubby style mascots.
Honestly, yeah, Oreo is overdue for mascots, especially if they've got them in China. Oh, that smells of, it smells almost like a certain, like brioche, almost.
Brioche?
Like, it smells like sweet bread, almost. It's interesting. Here, do you want to smell and or taste?
Yeah, maybe I'm more used to green tea products because you're so white.
That's true. I've had green tea. You forget that tea is a major component of the British theft ecosystem.
No, I guess part of the colonial project.
Yeah, we're all about tea, my friend.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
It's really mild.
I'm so sick of the generic candy flavor that Oreo appears to actually be. Now this is great, comparatively. Like, it's a unique taste.
I think it's probably a top green tea flavored thing for me.
I remember once, like when I was like 14, I made black tea without milk to impress a girl, because I'd be like, oh, I drink it black, it's so cool, wow. And I drank it and I like felt sick for the rest of the day because it like coated the back of my throat and I wasn't used to it. I really should have put milk in. But since then I've acquired the taste of that in green tea and it really does taste like it. That's really good. Oh, I wonder what flavor this is. Oh man, I haven't even opened the packet and there's like there's a strawberry smell just from the cardboard. The strawberry smell is so strong. It's really, I'm surprised you can't smell it from there.
Oh, wow. It smells like candy.
Do you want to try it?
Yes, please. Oh, I don't know if I like it.
Oh, God. Yeah.
It tastes kind of like strawberry chapstick.
If you've ever been blow drying your hair and you blow some of your own wet hair into your mouth, that plus strawberry, I think, is the taste I would compare it to.
How do you know that feeling?
I used to have hair. Then again, I'm not the best judge of character for strawberries because I didn't like strawberries as a kid. And then for work experience in high school, I worked on a strawberry farm. And you're allowed to eat the strawberries while you're picking. Well, you're probably not, but I did, when I was hungry, I would eat the strawberries. And over the course of like the 2 weeks I worked there, or 2 or 3 weeks, I went from not liking strawberries to being into strawberries to being sick of them all over again. And I don't think I've eaten a strawberry properly since.
I think the relationship between real strawberries and whatever that is very loose.
Incredibly loose, yeah. I do like strawberry flavoring though. The kind, whatever they put in the strawberry milkshakes at McDonald's, I love it. I think when I was in like France or maybe America decades ago, I got a strawberry milkshake from McDonald's and it had bits of strawberry in it and it ruined it for me. I was like, this is horrible, I hate this, I don't want this. I just want the artificial fake flavoring because that was delicious. And this last one.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What is this? That's like a flower?
That's vanilla.
Oh, it's vanilla. What is this mysterious exotic? It's vanilla, Harry. Come on. This really does have, is throwing me for a loop. I was like, oh, I've heard that all the Asian Oreo products are all these exotic flavors. Oh, what interesting stuff is it going to be? And it's like chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. But they put animal characters on it, make you think, oh, what have they cooked up for us today? And it's like, no, it's the same thing.
I ordered a lot of exotic flavor Oreos as well before understanding that we were reviewing non-Oreo products.
I didn't help because I kept ordering stuff we weren't going to review to make the joke about how we're not going to review them, so I acquired a huge stack of Oreos specifically not to review. So Kat thought, oh, maybe we are reviewing them. So she's bought a lot of exotic Oreo flavors, which now she just gets to eat for fun. I'm pretty sure this is just the original Oreo wafer that we had last time.
Is the Oreo cream vanilla flavor?
Everything that doesn't taste of that much, I assume, is the standard flavor, which is usually vanilla.
It's very vanilla of you.
I mean, that's why they call it that, right? The vanilla flavor isn't strong enough for me to assume it's anything other than the default. Did you have them last time?
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell me if this is the same.
Yeah.
It's very funny how they packaged it more interestingly than the stuff that we had last time.
No, this is vanilla flavored.
Is it actually different from the original? I still don't think I'm wrong in feeling like I was promised goo. I mean, I feel like you could make a case that that proves that I'm wrong. That's a really solid, but I don't know. I've literally eaten the kind that has goo in it. I showed it off in the last video. It's a thing. So you can't blame me for being confused, right? One of the many logistical issues that crops up when you're trying to make a video like this is the perishability of a foodstuff. Like, these had to be bought in a store and can theoretically go bad. They're really soft, and their use-by date implies that there's something in them that keeps them soft for far too long that's bad for you, so they stay soft even though they've been out here, so these should be hard and shit by now. Something evil is keeping them nice. And these have been expired for about a month now, so let's find out what happens after these expire, shall we? We bought these as soon as we got here, thinking like, oh, we can shoot this stuff immediately. And then some of the stuff got delayed. Some of the stuff that we ordered got stolen off of Kat's porch, so we had to wait on some of it. But
these are when I went to Walmart. Walmart has a third-party storefront the same way that Amazon does. I didn't realize it was not Walmart products, so I ordered a ton of niche Oreo stuff on at Walmart, and then when I went there, those were just in the bakery section.
It says it's baked by Kimberly's Bake Shop with 2 P's and an E, Bake Shoppy. So thanks, Kimberly, for working with Walmart. Walmart?
Yeah.
Walmart, not Walgreens or Target or any of these other ones.
No,
with Walmart and Oreo. That's a trifecta. That's a menage a trois of cookie.
We found the other ones in Target, so.
Okay, it's a lot harder. It's a lot This is what I expect a cookie to be like after being out for 1 day. The fact that they're only this, but like...
Eat it, yeah.
There's barely even a difference taste-wise. You could serve these and people would think they were new. And that's not a compliment, like, oh, they're still good. It's like, the fresh ones taste exactly the same as the bad ones. And whatever's keeping them good for that long isn't designed for human consumption. There's no way it can be. You can't have that in your body. They've found a way to put macroplastics in there. Who knows what's keeping this stuff? Kimberly. Is Kimberly some kind of goblin? The list of ingredients on the back of this is so long. There's words in there that are like probably fine, but sound bad to have in food, like ammonium, sodium acid pyrophosphate. Any food with pyro in it just doesn't sound good for you. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure this has been approved by the FDA. I'm sure, you know, I don't want to be one of those people who's like, oh, they're putting evil stuff in our food. Like recently, I saw like a fascist right-wing Twitter account retweeting a video of someone shooting at the Oreo cookies biscuit parts with a blowtorch and showing that they just don't burn. And be like, look what they're putting in our cookies.
You know, they actually did that with snow, because if you put a blowtorch on snow, it looks like it's burning.
Yeah.
And they used that for conspiracy theories about how Democrats are making the snow storm.
Yeah. Surely if you were making fake snow, you would make it burn like real snow so people couldn't do that. You wouldn't make obviously fake snow. Give the conspirators some fucking some credit, right? If we built a weather machine, you're gonna bet your sweet bippy that the fake snow is exactly like real snow. Come on. But that does mean, tragically, there are some foods we bought for this which expired, which we couldn't find or be bothered to replace. We have this Oreo mousse dessert right here.
It seems risky, but what if you try it?
This expired nearly 2 months ago. However, it has been in the freezer. Freezer? Where has it been?
Fridge.
It's been in the fridge in a sealed container. So how bad could it possibly have got?
There we go.
I mean, you know, I've just eaten something that's been around for about that long and it was fine.
Don't eat that much of it.
Should I just use my fingers? I could get a spoon.
What does your heart tell you? Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no, that's mold. No, there's mold on it.
Oh no! Wait, hold on.
I touched this to do a funny bit about eating it with my hands, and as I touched it, I was like, oh. Well, I'm sure the mousse is great. That mousse gets a provisional 10 out of 10, and I'll revise my opinion down when I next gain access to Oreo mousse dessert, which will be never. I'm gonna throw this away immediately and then wash my hands.
Yeah, don't get food poisoning.
I'll try. But now I get to share with you my favorite thing to show tonight, because it's a victim of both kinds of terror that take place on these shoots so far. It is simultaneously a perishable good that perished before we could make this video after we bought it, so it's gone bad, and one of the many goods that Kat helped herself to one of and already ate before we made the video. I don't think I can eat this. I assume because it's a a moussey thing, even though it's very sealed looking.
It is yogurt. And yogurt is a probiotic.
It's only been expired for about a month. That's probably fine. Yeah, it's probably better for me. But just in case it's bad, or this I vomit and die. Maybe you can review it, since you have already eaten one of them.
Hey Siri, is eating old yogurt bad?
I found this on the web for is eating old yogurt bad? Check it out.
Okay, HoustonMethodist.org.
That's the result? The Westboro Baptist Church says it's okay to eat at least 3 rocks a day.
They say spoiled yogurt can be relatively harmless, or it could kill you.
Can be relatively harmless. Incredible. I've never had these, but I've always liked the concept of it's a thing with the stuff in the top, and then you can take the lid off and you peel them off and you mix them. That's really cute. I love, there's one of these, there's something like this in the UK, I've forgotten its name, where it's like chocolate balls and like, yogurt or custardy yogurt, and you're like, yogurt. I'm turning American. Custody yogurt, and you like Muller corner. That's it. And you tip the corner in, and you mix it all up. And it's yummy. But this is like that, but with even more steps, which I like. I like the extra work that goes into constructing it. Like, have you ever had salt and shake?
Salt and
Shake. They're literally crisps with no flavoring on them, and they come with a little packet of salt that you pour in and then shake them yourself.
No,
I think that's how they used to make crisps. They used to sell them like that, and I loved those. I'm gonna open this to take a look, and I will tell you if I reckon that looks edible. It looks a little bit congealed.
Well, that's what yogurt does look like.
I know, but it looks congealed in a bad way. Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, she's turning Canadian, that's how bad it is. Considering how many of the things we've just opened have been literally inedible, let's talk about some of the Oreo products that are intentionally inedible. Like this wonderful pillow that Kat found on the internet. It's an official product, right?
I think so.
It's not just an Oreo thing that's from Etsy or something.
No, it's from Ice Cream, and it's like I and Scream.
Okay, yeah.
Which is a very strange brand name to me.
Yeah, it's clever, right? I just realized when you blow up an Oreo so you can see all the shapes, some of these are very satanic symbols. There's a lot of there's like a double inverted cross, the Templars. Maybe there's a reason why they make the Oreos fireproof. I don't know. I think those Nazis might be onto something. This is cute. But then there's a different Oreo pillow that is like a packaging of an Oreo. It even says on it, America's favorite cookie. It's party size. That's really, really cute.
No, it says it's Milk's favorite cookie.
Oh, what did I say?
America.
Oh, wow. Milk's favorite cookie. America's the second favorite. America prefers, well, not wagon wheels, I know that. But you'll see, it's actually kind of weird to sleep on. It's kind of lumpy. You shouldn't try it. And that's because you can see the plastic hole. There's actual little Oreo pillows in it. Look. They're incredible. Oh my God, I love the texture on it, right? That's photo printing. Like they've taken a picture of an Oreo and blown it up, and like a macro photography picture of an Oreo in harsh lighting, and printed it onto a little pillow.
It's a low poly, but it was a great texture.
Its texture's incredible. This is an HD AI upscale of a texture from MDK2 or something. This is really beautiful. I don't know what I would do with these. Do girls have needs that require them to have like small pillows they can do stuff with?
Why girls?
Well, as a man, I've never had a need for small pillows.
This video's been unnecessarily gender essentialist.
I feel like that's the true gap between man and woman is pillow use. There are very few, I think, differences between genders.
So pillow use and lip balm use.
Yeah, well, that's just because of the practicalities of the beard. But I don't know what's going on with females. So they remain a mystery to me. What are these for? What are these for? Okay, it's actually really soft and nice without these in it.
Are there only 3?
Oh, there's more. There's another one. Oh my God, there's 5. You want to see me juggle 5 Oreos?
Yeah, do it.
You want to see me juggle 3 Oreos? can juggle 3 things, but they have to not be pillows. They have to not be very light pillows. I can do oranges.
I mean, I was impressed.
I was juggling for about a second there. But Kat, diligent as she is, one would have expected her at this point to say, I've depleted enough money, I've done enough hard work, I've bought enough food, I've bought enough Oreo products with my own money that Harry will forget to reimburse me for 6 months. Maybe I can stop. But she didn't. She found Oreo Barbie dolls, and they were hard to find, and then they got stolen from her porch, and she found more. I just think that's incredible. So, I'd like you to say hello to Oreo Barbie. What a smart cookie.
Oh no.
Oh, that is so gender. Oreo school time fun. Wow.
Hold on, it refuses to focus on this Barbie.
Can't even put my hand behind it.
Oh my god. Okay, so she has... That's not a purse. No. Okay, so she has a pocket labeled Oreo. Yeah, so a pocket labeled Oreo. I actually do love that Oreo purse.
She has an Oreo purse.
Which
I would love one
tastefully
of those.
displays all of her Oreo products and her math book.
And her math book.
Go woman in STEM.
And she's surrounded by snow covered in Oreos.
I think that's milk.
Milk. She's just in a pool of milk. Don't Barbies normally have like a job? Don't they like normally have something that they do?
Yeah.
What is this Barbie's purpose?
Her job is Oreo.
Her job is Oreo. Where was the Oreo Barbie in the movie? Greta Gerwig. Greta Gerwig, you're slipping on me, much like Kat is. On the back, it's teaching how to play tic-tac-toe with Oreos, which I guess you could do. Because it creates different colours. You could play Go with Oreos. You could play Reversey with Oreos. You could play my favourite game, Attacks, with Oreos. Oh man, I need to mod Barbie in as an enemy in Attacks now. Surely the Oreo brand isn't powerful enough to sustain multiple types of Oreo Barbie. That would be an absurd consequence of history. But no, you can celebrate the Barbie doll and the Oreo cookie, 2 of America's all-time favourites. It is America's favourite cookie, I was right!
Oh.
The first Oreo was produced in February 1912. The first Barbie doll was sold in 1959. That's not really connected at all. If every Oreo cookie ever made was stacked on top of the other, the pile would reach to the moon and back. 5 times. By 1994, the number of Barbie dolls sold would circle the Earth 7 times. More than 125 million yards of fabric have gone into making Barbie and her friends' fashions instead of poor people all over the world. That part's not in there. They didn't write that part by mistake. They didn't acknowledge that for some reason. In 1997, the Oreo cookie celebrates its 85th anniversary as the best-selling cookie in America. 1997 marks the Barbie doll's 38th year as the best-selling fashion doll in America. They're really into 1997. Was this made? Is this a 1990? Is this a vintage Barbie doll?
I mean, honestly, looking at her style, I believe it.
Very 90s.
I feel like I'd have this as a kid.
Also, you can tell from the hair, it's a different style. And I feel like there's a big difference in terms of like, A, the creativity of the doll. This one's way more creative, I think. Mm-hmm. And B, they kind of threw the Oreo branding out to like make it more appealing to what they think girls like. So they made it pink.
Yeah.
This is the one time an Oreo product has been pink, I think.
Yeah, wow. She has such a 90s hair. And she has a Letterman jacket.
Like, there's Oreos on it, though, at least. But it's grey. It's not even blue. Because blue is a boy colour. Like, even the strawberry has been blue with a little bit of pink. This is the first, like, all-pink Oreo thing.
You know, you can also tell it's a 90s doll because she doesn't have her math textbook on her. She's not a very smart Barbie.
This Barbie is not doing any reading. I'm enjoying the difference in how they branded them over the years. Like, that's interesting. You could write a video essay about the evolution of Barbie Oreo crossovers.
I mean, I kind of want to follow up and, like, see if we can look into these different Barbies.
It's fascinating. I thought, genuinely, until right now, I thought they just made 2 different kinds of Barbie. That just Oreo is that powerful. Or Mattel is that demanding. The fact that these appear to be a different time period of doll, and that we've stepped back through history to 1997 for a brief moment, that's kind of cool. I'm not a Barbie guy. I'm not a Barbie aficionado.
You told me you cried at that movie.
A little bit. I cried at Saving Mr. Banks. I cry at movies. I cry to movies even though they're terrible. I'm like, this shit sucks. Where are my emotions?
Oreo Fun Barbie also has, like, really bouncing around in the package, like, some Oreo packaging.
There's something in there.
Hold on.
That's an antique.
Yes,
That's a piece of history.
A hairbrush, an Oreo hairbrush, an Oreo thimble. What is that? Well, whatever.
My Oreo cup.
Oreo package.
Oreo thimble.
Then there are plates with Oreos.
When we make the documentary about the Barbie Oreo tie-in, I guess we can. I guess we'll just track down another one. That's fine. They have all fallen out of the packaging now.
Sorry.
They were already like that now. We need to get in the toy guy from Toy Story 2 to like meticulously put it all back to look at the thing. I was so happy when I saw that they sold small cookie pieces. At first glance, maybe this is just an Oreo product they sell, right? They just break up their cookies into little bits and sell them. That's an acceptable thing to do with a product. You could just buy them yourself, but whatever, it's fine. But then you think, but why would they have these? Why would they think to do that? Why would they need to do that? And the answer is because they break by mistake on the shop floor all the time. So this is like rejected cookies that they've broken up, and cookies that fell over and broke in production that they've just found a way to sell. And I think that's magical. There's something about that just gets me. It's like how skimmed milk originally, I think this is true, skimmed milk was originally just the runoff from making cream. Like, that's just them finding a new way to sell something that they happen to have as a byproduct. Like, it's the ingenuity, while evil, is also fascinating. And I kind of love this. So I just want to open this up and see how small these small cookie pieces are. It's everyone's favorite. It's everyone's favorite Oreo. It's Ash of Oreo. It's the Ash.
Wow, it's just the crumbs.
It's crumbs. You can buy Oreo crumbs, and then you can put them in your soups. You can put them in your put them in your cakes. You could line your cakes with bits of Oreo, and people will be like, "Wow, did you grind up the Oreos for it?" And you'll be like, "Yeah," but secretly you just bought this pre-packaged. I also love this because this looks like a guy made it in Photoshop very, very quickly. Like, I know exactly what buttons you press in Photoshop to get it to get that text to look like that with all those different strokes and shadows and stuff. And for some reason, and this is one of the few times that it's broken all the color conventions. They don't really have red in their branding very often. Or yellow, bright yellow. They've just like completely broken all the rules to sell these broken cookie pieces, and something about that just really tickles me. Obviously, not all of the cookies end up breaking that small. Sometimes you don't have the capacity to make small cookie pieces, so when that happens, you can just sell them as medium cookie pieces.
Very large bag.
In a very large bag. They're just smashed bits of cookie. And it's not like individual biscuits. It's entire Oreos that have been broken into little bits, so there's still goo on them. I just thought that was cute. So I bought a huge bag of them I'll never eat for this bit. Onto, I think, the final product that Kat ate some of while we were waiting to shoot.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oreo handy snacks. What's a handy snack?
I mean, there's the genre of, like, sticks with cream. So it could be, like, cracker sticks with cheese whiz.
Yeah, there's a Ritz cracker one here, it seems.
Yeah.
What did you think of this when you had it?
It was good. It was fine.
I'm really curious because honestly, this is what I want from Oreo. The biscuits separate, and then a vat of the delicious goo that I can just eat. But this is probably going to be a synthesized, like a different type of liquid than the stuff that's actually the filling of an Oreo.
This is the first time I think I would agree with calling it goo.
Goo. It's 100% a goo now, yeah. I love the little Oreo sticks. Those are cute. Can I break this without shattering it into a million pieces? Yeah! I did it. These are really, really cute. I like that. They should make long Oreos just as a bit at some point. Like make them the shape of bourbon creams. I hope these are still good. That's sealed.
No, I think those are good. Those are the types of things that last forever.
Oh my god. That does taste enough like Oreo stuff that it works.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. You can make an Oreo out of it. You could like get a bunch of goo on it. Oh. I made an Oreo. I made my own Oreo. Yay! Now I can take the biscuit off myself and scrape the goo out.
Oh god. No, stop! I don't like that.
That's really nice. It does somewhat violate the bit, like Oreo products that are not Oreos. This is just the components of an Oreo that you then kind of combine back into an Oreo to eat. But I like this. That's really cute. Did we have to buy a box of 20?
Yeah, we did.
Is it genuinely not coming in anything
I
smaller?
couldn't find it in anything smaller.
I don't recall us seeing this in any stores either, so this must be an extremely niche product.
I think I got this one at a Smart and Final.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, so I've been to Walmart, Target, Stater Bros, Walgreens,
Vons?
probably Albertsons, so many stores, and then ordered a bunch online.
DT's Discounts?
These discounts.
One of the many items that we discovered on our search but couldn't get a hold of was the Oreo wine. Could you explain that real quick?
It's a partnership between, I think, Barefoot,
Barefoot.
which is the trashiest wine, and Oreo, where it doesn't have Oreos in it, but it is Oreo flavored wine.
We found some, but they were exorbitantly expensive, and we thought, no, that's too far. We will never do that. Are they called barefoot wines because they stomp the grapes themselves?
Oh, I never thought about that.
Do you think they do that to the Oreos so they can put it in the wine?
I thought it was like barefoot on the beach, like, oh, we're chilling, relaxing, but that makes way more sense.
My least favorite wine company is Naked Wines because ew, that sounds weird. But also, it's some kind of subscription where like they send them to you, I think. But because their name is Naked Wines, all their emails go to your spam folder. So you can't unsubscribe even if you wanted to because you keep missing the emails. That's what I've heard about it anyway. I've never subscribed to a wine delivery service. I don't drink wine. I don't even drink, really. My two least favorite things in one form. It's an Oreo packet, which, is that cannibalism? That he's eating an Oreo?
Wait, he's eating the Oreo?
He's got an Oreo and some milk. That's like you dipping a human hand in milk and then he's going to eat it. Like, what is that? That's horrible. Also, isn't the whole deal of Funko Pops that they're all the same identical weird cube man with like different features on them? Doesn't it defeat the purpose that this is actually like an interesting shape? I feel like the big Funko Pop fans would be mad at this because this like goes against every conceivable rule of Funko.
Well, maybe the Oreo Corporation was able to strong-arm PopCap.
Yeah.
Pop.
Funko.
Funko, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the Oreo Corporation was able to strong-arm Funko into...
The Chinese wing of the corporation were the ones that got this deal, so they went over to Funko and were like, let's see here, make it interesting, I will kill you. Anyway, that's how I imagine business deals working.
In the corporate world.
Because as we've seen from the Barbies, the Oreo Corporation normally is like, yeah, you can destroy our whole conventions and just make it fucking pink. Whatever, it's 1997. Live, laugh, love, baby. It's an Oreo exclusive. What does that mean?
Well, no other company can do an Oreo Funko Pop.
That's true. That's literally true. But what does that mean? So are you supposed to keep it in the box? I'm not a consumer of product. So like, do I keep the Oreo Funko Pop in the box so I'd be like, look at my product, or do I take it out and play with it? What do you do with this?
You know, maybe play dollies with a Barbie Oreo Funko Pop.
Cookie Pop, is that a brand of popcorn here?
Yeah, no, I just learned this. They also have, I think, like Reese's cups.
So it's a company that makes popcorn of existing things.
Like desserts, yeah.
Okay. Made with real Oreo cookie pieces. Isn't that just then it's going to be popcorn with Oreo cookie pieces at the bottom? Like what?
Yeah.
At last, America.
Your favorite cookie?
Two of our favorite snacks are joined together in amazing deliciousness. Light fluffy popcorn, cream coating, and real Oreo cookie pieces. Oh my god, popcorn with the cream. That could be good or terrible.
Like, what's the 150 calories? Like, this feels very deceptive.
Oh, it says 150 calories per serving. And there are 5 servings per container, which means the serving size is 30 grams. The serving size is like that. Actually, no, it's popcorn, so it's pretty light. I like the popcorn, I like the cream. I'm not sure if I like how they go together, but some people are gonna love this. I think some people would really like this. Some loser is gonna really like this. This tastes like Kat would like it.
Fuck you.
What do you think?
I really like it.
Ah! I like this the same way I like most popcorn of this type. And I realize I'm just enjoying the popcorn flavor post getting the goo and Oreo off in my mouth. Like, basically I'm just enjoying the popcorn and getting past the Oreo taste to get to it, almost. I like the Oreo taste. They don't combine to make a new taste. It's just you have the Oreo and then it melts and then there's the popcorn, a separate good taste. The fact that the Oreo popcorn, which to me was a joke, is actually good, is like, well, that's nice. I'm glad something's coming out of all this.
I mean, I'll say it's kind of mid, but there's something there.
You loved it. You said you loved it.
It was surprise. It was shock.
I've never heard you say mid before. Is that...
I'm hip. I'm cool.
We did get one last expired thing. Oreo brownie bites, baked by 2 Bite. I'll be the judge of that. So these expired about half a month ago, so these are probably even edible. But we don't generally make a habit of buying food, letting it expire, and then planning to eat it. I try not to run an actively abusive workplace, especially when the person doing the eating is me. So we went online and we're like, can we order these to have them arrive for this and not have gone bad? They do make actual Oreo brownies that are like sealed so you can just eat them and they won't go bad for a long time. But they only sell them in like big pallets, and we've already spent... So we bought 8 of them. And these aren't made by 2 Bite, these are made by Mrs. Freshly's. Mrs. Freshly's Deluxe. Mrs. Freshly, that's a made-up name. No one who goes into the cookie business's name is like Mr. Cookie. Come on. So these won't be the same flavor as these brownies. They're probably made with different formulas by different companies. The Oreo just handing out brand deals to anyone willing to make Oreo tie-in products at this point. I like brownies. You know, I've been pretty against food in these videos. I think I come off as a bit of a food phobe, but... Nutrition fact, 1 serving per container, serving size, 1 brownie, calories per serving, 360. This might be one of the most calorie dense foods on the planet. Density-wise, this feels like a protein brownie. Like, it's so heavy and like hard to pull apart. Like this...
Wait, give me the other half.
This feels like a lot of calories. Not good, huh?
It has that artificial Twinkie-esque flavor again.
Yeah. It's just a brownie, but at some point they sprinkled on some of the ash. It doesn't taste good, especially if you've read the back of the packet and you know how many calories you're ingesting to get this taste. When you're eating something and it tastes okay, but you know it's 300 calories, your brain goes, this sucks. Like if this was like 10 calories, I'd be like, this is surprisingly okay. I'm so glad I can eat 10 of these in one sitting. But this is like, you eat 1 mouthful, and if that isn't glorious, you have taken a month off of your life with that bite.
It tastes like wet dog.
Oh, God. Oh, now I can taste that. Oh. It's time for Kat's favorite food. Oreos. Yeah! Woo! Screw you, Nabisco. This is made by Post. Who's Post? What do they make?
All the cereals.
They make all the cereals. Well, then you know it's good. Last time we tried the Oreo cereal in the UK, the Oreos. In fact, here's one we made earlier, and they tasted like shit. They were horrible. But here they're completely different. I've actually tried these before, so I know these are better. They don't have any of the white... they don't have any of those bits. You know, they've completely defeated the Oreo-ness of them. These are just O's that taste a bit like Oreo, and they're really delicious, to the point where Kat was telling me she doesn't grade things that are Oreo flavored based on how similar to an Oreo they taste. She grades them based on how similar to Oreo O's they are, because they're like her favorite Oreo thing.
Exactly.
I think we should do a taste test of the 2 of them to really try and figure out the difference.
And because you're a cereal charlatan.
Because I'm a milk phobe.
Yeah, you eat cereal with milk, man.
We're gonna have to get 4 bowls out and fit them here somewhere so that we can properly taste test the difference. And yes, we did take this all the way over on the flight. I would say, you know, we're at risk of this having gone off, but that will not affect the taste in the slightest. I don't think it's possible for anything in this to go off. This is like a noble gas. Like, this is inert food.
Yeah, no, I don't think cardboard expires.
Oh, look at how generous the cereal size is here. Although you get it new and improved in Britain, obviously.
Oh, so this is the American large size?
I would love to see the American version of the vanilla flavored discs because I bet they'd be delicious too.
Vanilla flavored discs?
The vanilla flavored, that's what they call them. Vanilla flavored discs. Doesn't that sound delicious?
Wait. Yeah.
Doesn't that sound yummy? But these are like frosted, they're so nice.
Yeah, it's the frosting that matters.
They're so yummy. I want a vanilla flavored disc that's made American style. So our two nations once again face off for the second and final time to discover which is best, even though we both already know what the answer is.
Wait, so you can see defeat already?
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was coming. Because what's great about Britain is we know we're terrible. Americans love it. They love all this. They love this shit.
The ratio of the cream disc to the actual Oreo is wild.
I'm pretty sure the cream discs are normally, there's like 3 per bowl, and we're at the very bottom of this now. So all the cream discs that went in the bottom of the bag are now all coming out in your favor. So you're getting a better taste experience than normal.
Oh, great.
With these. Thank you, Post, for delivering such a superior taste experience. Kat has very politely brought out 2 spoons to eat this with, even though I don't need a spoon because of my superior eating tradition. So I think I just want to acknowledge that. Maybe I should film you eating it.
Okay, fine.
Hold on while I get them focus.
Yeah, it takes a while, doesn't it?
Yeah, what's it do? Okay, yeah.
We already know I love this. This is my baseline.
Yeah.
I'll eat all of it.
Incredible. She's not even reviewing it, she's just making noises.
That is my review. Alright.
Good morning mood. Good morning mood. Is it your good morning mood? Good morning mood, my god. Oh, you should try drinking it through one of the straws.
Oh, there's just so many products. It makes no difference.
It's just still milk.
Ooh, but when it's soaked in milk, actually it also makes no difference.
Now let's compare with the...
Yeah, I mean, I already know what I'm gonna say.
Maybe it's better with milk. Maybe that's the key element that was missing when we were trying it at my place, because I didn't give you any milk to eat it with, you know?
I'm much less excited. Okay, so, as you can tell, unlike these beautiful frosted creatures, there's nothing. There's nothing on top of it. There's no sugar. There's...
It's just straight cardboard.
It tastes really bad.
Yeah? But like, it looks delicious. It's like exploding out of the bowl, whereas in this, it's just like sitting there.
So this tastes like watered down cardboard and licorice. That is the exact flavor I'm getting. Like, it's watered down. It's licorice with strong overtones of cardboard, like, comparatively. No, I don't like it at all.
It's so funny seeing you eating the Oreo O's in your Oreo costume. God, what have we become?
Oh,
What
man.
is this? What have I done with my life?
I don't think I can finish those.
Is it that bad?
Yeah. It makes the milk very, almost an ominously bluish, purplish brown.
Oh yeah, it's like grey.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Yeah. You know, when the milk turns like chocolatey from Cocoa Puffs, that's like a nice brown. It's like chocolatey colored, like chocolate
It's
milk.
like a warm, like
That's
it's like how it makes you feel, but this is cold and gray.
It's grey. They made it grey. It's the worst thing it could possibly be.
It then submerges the white bit, so it's kind of a shitty
Oh, it looks like a...
grayish white.
Oh.
It looks like a thing of mold.
Oh, yeah. It could be that because Oreos aren't chocolate colored, they're like black, that the blackness just doesn't look good in liquid, as opposed to normal chocolate, which goes like a nice chocolatey brown.
Yeah. The inferior British ones do look nice.
But we went out on visuals, which is not a thing you can normally say for British people. Late in the process of doing the research, we discovered that there were Oreo muffins, but much like the brownies, they were only available in like an absolutely massive... So Kat bought 12 muffins without telling me.
I do not seek permission, but I only seek forgiveness.
I know I'm a sucker for the Oreos branding at this point, but that is nuclear black. That is like... Ooh. That isn't just a muffin. That is a muffin they have dyed darker than a muffin. Like, I'm
artificial.
Yeah, I'm into that. I'm into the commitment to it looking kind of scary. I kind of like that. 2-bite. This is a 2-bite product. They're back! Well...
Oh, no.
I don't think I could fit that in 2 bites. Well, that is a normal, pretty good muffin.
Really?
Yeah. It's disappointingly not tasting like anything Oreo-y, which I know is a big drag for me. I keep bringing that up. But that is a well-made muffin. That is a decent muffin. Do you want one?
Yeah.
Try it?
Yeah.
Diminishing returns. I don't want to eat the rest of it. I just want to eat the moist, like, outer layer that's kind of nice.
I don't like it.
How much of it did you eat? Like, how much of the muffin has been eaten?
I don't know, I just sort of ripped open the plastic with my teeth.
Like maybe a 1/10? Because that's 23 calories per bite.
Fuck.
230 calories in these muffins. Reading the number on the package, looking down and seeing 230 while eating it, the taste became ash in my mouth. It turned to like, no, I was like, oh no, this is actually terrible. It's not worth it. I'll get it out. It's so funny that I opened this. We're like, don't worry, you know, we're donating this some of this to a food bank. We're gifting it away. None of this is being wasted. And then we spend the whole video being like, this is fucking terrible. No one should eat this. We're gonna donate this to a bomb shelter somewhere so that, you know, the last men and women on planet Earth will survive a little bit longer before dying as a result of the food we've given them.
This actually tastes a little bit like the awful... Oh my god. This tastes a little bit like the British Oreos.
Oh.
My precious Oreo-Os! Oh god, they're integrated. Oh god. So I looked up the Oreo Fun Barbie to see if it was 1997, and it turns out there was a huge controversy for Oreo Fun Time School Barbie or something where they had a black Barbie, and it turns out calling a black Barbie an Oreo is not politically correct because it implies that you're white on the inside and black on the outside, otherwise known as an Uncle Tom.
Oh my god.
That's what the wiki tells me.
Okay, wow. That's so funny in a very bad way.
Yes.
So we're almost done. We're almost ready to finish this off. But first, remember the Oreo cheesecake that we forgot last time and had to leave out next to a radiator? Well, this time, we found there's a different Oreo cheesecake and we've defrosted it correctly. It's taken up so much space in Kat's freezer. She's been saying we gotta film this, Harry. Like, Christmas is coming up. I've got to put stuff in that freezer. So tonight, we're gonna free up that space and we're gonna have the Royale Oreo cheese. What is this? Explain this.
Royale cheesecake.
The Royale cheesecake. That's what they call cheesecakes in France. Bang!
I've always believed in the magic of movies.
450 calories per serving. Cookies and cream cheesecake. So Royale Desserts, which I presume is a company that makes desserts that are very fancy based on the name. I just did some research here with my brain.
They exclusively do cheesecake. Wait, actually, where's my phone? I have the description, detailed description.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay.
Just take that. My phone.
Is it on your couch that I sleep on?
Hey, you know what? I'm very hospitable.
I'm not complaining.
Hey, Siri.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh, fuck.
It's right there in the room.
Damn it. Okay. Royale is a line of cheesecakes. Like kind of fancy cheesecakes, I guess.
Oh, manufactured by Cheesecake Royale Inc. in Dallas, Texas. So Royale, so literally it's a cheesecake company.
Yeah, curiously...
Like Cheesecake Factory, which is, I assume, a factory that makes cheesecakes.
Yeah, so curiously, they call it a cookies and cream cheesecake, which I thought you only did if you were being an off-brand Oreo
It's a cookies
product.
and cheese... It's a cookies and cheese cream cake made with Oreo. So I feel like they already probably made this, and then they were like, Oreo came along and was like, oh, we put our stuff on everything now. And then they went, oh, cool, give us some of your ash and we'll put it on the edges or something.
I'm shocked that something as niche as like this Cheesecake Royale brand has a partnership.
I'm shocked that there are multiple kinds of Oreo cheesecake.
This is like the premium one.
This is, yeah.
Okay.
This had better be, I'm a little worried that it's going to be less good than the other one. I'm a little worried that like the
I didn't like the
premiumness
other
will
one.
ruin it. You didn't like it? Did I like it? I remember liking it a bit.
So you have to lift up the like that. Okay, so on your left side, you lift up the plastic sheet part.
This bit.
Yeah, lift that up.
Isn't it taped down?
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to peel the tape off.
Yeah, peel the tape off,
Okay.
and then you can lift up the lid. The taste your customers loved as a child is all grown up. We've taken real Oreo cookie bits and swirled them into our classic New York plain cheesecake, then baked it all over a chocolate cookie crust, topped with cookie crumbles. It goes perfectly with a tall glass of milk and a healthy appetite.
And the rest of a healthy dinner, because my God. In fact, you can't have dinner before this because that, this alone is 7 trillion calories. It's sealed pretty tightly. I'm gonna have to...
Get your fancy...
Where's my fancy
get
knife?
your American knife.
Yes, my big boy American knife. I love it. Ugh. That's 12 Angry Men, this shit. Have you seen 12 Angry Men?
I haven't.
Oh, that's...
Whoa!
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Mayday, mayday.
My apartment!
We're taking casualties. Oh, I do love that it's individually, wrapped, so you can, slide them out.
That's how you know it's fancy.
That is fancy. Wait. Oh, no, they're individually sectioned off, but they're not wrapped underneath, so you can lift them out separately. They're just sectioned off from each other. They're just segregated inside.
No, I mean, I expected that.
I expected more. I had very high expectations from this expensive cheesecake. Right. Do we have any... Should we get plates?
No, I think this is fine. We have 12 minutes of battery left.
Well, there we have it. A mostly intact Oreo cheesecake. So you can see they've put a very thick base of the Oreo cookie, what is hopefully the Oreo cookie there. Probably is. Yep. Actually, no. I think Royale Cheesecake Factory Company have gone, Oreo cookies are terrible base for a cheesecake. Let's make our own base that's good and just put some fucking Oreos on the top or some shit because this is garbage.
I think in the description it did say, chocolate cookie base.
Chocolate cookie base, but not an Oreo because that would be... and they're right. This is immediately a step up because you can tell that a professional went, we can't put Oreos on the base. There's Oreos on the top. And those are Oreos because they're completely melted through. Look at that. The way it's just molten, because when Oreo absorbs liquid, it becomes garbage. They put Oreo on the top, for dressing, but the cookie inside the cheesecake itself is delicious cookie made intended for cheesecake by experts. So this is actually a pro cheesecake that they've begrudgingly sprinkled bits of Oreo on.
Oh my god! Wait, actually, can you let me zoom in? It wouldn't focus.
Oh.
Here, hold it. Oh my god.
Yum, 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 yum.
Yum, yum, yum. Oh my god! Okay, there we go. Oh yeah.
That is incredible.
Okay, turn it over so I can see the Oreo on top. There we go. Oh, now it's unfocused. Oh, wow. Oh, that looks good.
And then the back, you can see it's a different texture entirely. Like,
Yeah.
and then the middle, you can kind of see the top layer. There's a top layer of what I hope is Oreo goo themed stuff. And then there's the normal cheesecake in the middle. So it's even an Oreo. There's Oreo on both sides, only the bottom is an Oreo. And so it's kind of Oreo themed even, which I do love. I give points for theme.
Wow. Does this rank higher on the...
I love that I got a fork and then ate it with my hands. I have a second fork if you'd like to try one.
Okay. Or just give me the fork that you didn't use. Okay.
Yeah, it's in my pocket. My hands are covered in so much garbage. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, don't eat this piece. It's been all over me.
Okay.
What was that?
Oh, I love cheesecake.
How good is it as far as cheesecakes go?
I think the Oreo kind of ruins it.
Yeah, I also think the cheesecake itself, maybe because there's Oreo mixed in, tastes a little bland.
I still like the cheesecake just in general more.
It's good. I mainly really respect the editorial decision to make this base actually different.
Although ultimately I think I would just scoop out the cheesecake part.
As with many of these things, like the popcorn, most of it is best if you extract the Oreo from the equation and just eat it as is. Oh. But you know what? That is good enough that I kind of want to preserve as much of it as I can, and like, I could serve that to someone. I would be like, this is a fun curio from my Oreo adventure that I've not shut up about for months. You can try this, and they'll be like, oh, I see why you went on this adventure. Not because it was good, but because it was interesting.
Not because it was good, but because it was interesting.
That could be the slogan for most of my life, I would say. How much time is left on the camera?
8 minutes.
At long last, long last, we have come full circle. It's time to end as we began all those hours and weeks of our life ago. Finally. Coca-Cola flavored Oreos.
I forgot that was what this was for.
The scope of this video has creeped so much that the woman who's had to orchestrate it forgot why. She forgot what this was for. The Oreo company has conspired to make a simple idea to review the Oreo Coke into some of the most grueling nights of my life. But at last we can discover, and I think they don't make these anymore. Like, we got these in a store, like they were basically coming off the shelves when we got here. And we found, like, in a 7-Eleven, there was a stack of, like, 3 that had gone unsold in a corner.
Well, yeah, so we went to a Walgreens or something where, you know, online it said they were in stock, and I showed up, and they were like, oh, no, there's no more Coke left. And then
I remember I kept talking to a person in the store, like, asking for them, like, and they were just not there.
Yeah, and then, like, demoralized, we went to a fish and chips shop so you could feel at home. And we needed cash, so we had to go to the 7-Eleven to get cash, and lo and behold, the Oreos were right there.
It was incredible. It was such a serendipitous moment. But it was so funny talking to a person in a Walgreens, asking about it, and then being like, what? And like, okay, I'll go on the computer, but I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Oh,
Ma'am, one serving is 2 Oreos, 140 calories. So back in a normal calorie zone.
Yeah, so I've had these, but you haven't, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think of these?
I'm not telling you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do a scratch and sniff. Oh my goodness.
Right?
Yeah, that's very flavorful. That's more flavorful of Coke than the Oreo Coke. Like, oh man, that smells like they've taken like whatever essence it is that gives Coke its taste and just put a bunch of it, like sprayed it like a deodorant onto the cookies. Oh man. So what are these? It says with popping candy? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna eat this in layers. I need to... Okay, so... It's like lemony.
Yeah, like acidic-ish.
It tastes like the goo has been completely infused with like little bits of Coke,
That's
of the
Pop
Coke
Rocks.
flavor. And are the popping rocks in this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very... Oh yeah, I can feel the Pop Rocks. I'd assumed the Pop Rocks were in this and I was going to eat around it first, but no, I went right for them. I was kind of hoping a fun payoff for this would be like, finally I'm going to try an Oreo popping candy and just be able to go, it sucks, and then just cut. But that's actually really interesting. I don't think I could eat more than 2 of these, ever. I don't think I would eat these for fun or pleasure. Ugh. But I would eat them for interest.
Oh, the cookie is actually very cute on the Coca-Cola side. Can I get
Oh yeah.
a shot of the...
Together at last.
Aw.
So this just tastes like Oreo. This basically just tastes like Oreo too, to be honest.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I think the cookies are probably...
Yeah. But they're red. This should be more Coke themed. But the goo is like, oh, that's different.
I feel like most people who I've given these Oreos to have had like a very strong adverse reaction.
Like, yeah, I have to be clear that, as always, I have a oppositional opinion to everyone else. Those aren't bad. They're interesting in a way where you would maybe eat 2 of them and then never eat any more. It's a taste you would want to have one of. You want to have. I'm glad I tried that. It wasn't worth all the blood and sweat and time and plane tickets and money that went into this. There are so many more useful things Kat could have been doing that I've made her drop to help me find Oreos. But
They're definitely a curiosity you can just share with your friends and go, ooh,
Yeah.
ew.
these were not a limited edition for any reason other than because you would not want to eat more than one.
When I was looking it up online, I noticed that there was actually like a Google star rating for the Oreos,
Yeah.
and it was like a 2.5 star rating.
Yeah. It's like the McRib. Like the McRib comes back because people want it back, and it's limited because of pork prices or whatever. But it's limited for like actual interest, for actual reasons. This is limited because people will only ever eat it once.
Okay, keep in mind that you've been eating so many other Oreo products.
Yeah.
Oh, so that you're actually probably thinking of this more favorably than the average person.
If I was just eating this on the street, if someone offered me one randomly, I'd be like, that sucks. But after having eaten every single Oreo product I can get my hands on, a bite of that is like, oh, that's different. But I still don't want any more. So to finally end a review of the Coke Oreos, which was the objective of this, my review of Oreo Coca-Cola with popping candy is, oh! I won't have any more though.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I kind of want to meet the version of me who didn't go on the quest and just got to eat one and see what he thinks. Because I think I would have just said that's not very good. But after having eaten a lot of not very good stuff, the uniqueness of its badness makes me less sad that I ate it. I got something from this that I didn't get from a lot of these, and that's something. That's something.
It tastes kind of like a mix between Coke and then occasionally like Windex or like cleaner of some kind. Like I'm like, this tastes like I could clean something with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a bunch of it on the floor later and use it to scrub off all of
I
them.
mean, you already did.
When I opened it, the first Oreo I tried to pick up fell apart of its own accord on me. And I thought, oh wow, that's not a good sign. How do we end these?
Bye.
Bye! We are never doing this again. Or are we?